everybody to the Toivoan Sea Dogs. Before we get started today, if you haven't sent someone to me to get on the wait list, you really need to do so because we need to get them on the wait list for when we have an opportunity. Right now, all our groups are currently full, but we want you on the wait list so that we can get you involved as quickly as possible. So send me a message, we'll get you involved. We do have a YouTube channel and the Twitch account as well. Go check those out. If you've not subscribed to both, go ahead and do so. It does help us out a ton. We also have tons of VODs and clips and short videos over on the YouTube channel. So when you do watch them, hit the thumbs up. Lastly, we have a clip contest going on where if you toss a clip or timestamp in the clip contest channel of Discord, you'll be automatically entered to win a drawing at the end of the month. This month, we're giving away a piece of Ryan Brown art. If you're interested in getting a bust of your character, it's going to be waist up. Go ahead and toss a clip or timestamp in the clip contest channel. You'll be automatically entered for that drawing. Let's get you guys started because it's time to play some D&D. Briella is out. She is fine, but had a prior obligation that they were unable to avoid. And we have new Barrick art. We have new Nayana art, which is awesome. Done by our endorsed artist, Bubbles. Because art, go pick it up.
Bubble, thank
It's
you.
amazing. Love working with her. All right. Well, you guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, you are here in Ryport, where you guys have established a bit of a home base in the Seven Stories, a former adventuring guild and tavern that has served you well. However, in your hunt to track down Ekmenos for vengeance, revenge, and the recouping of the Zydratha, you guys have decided to go to the docks and avoid the Banshee fog tonight, and we're just about to depart. As the last call before the ship shoves off, Astrid has gone running towards a magic item shop to purchase a cloak of protection. Question is, Astrid, what color is it? Laughs in GM as I have stumped the player.
No, I'm trying to think of what would Astrid do and not the player.
It'd be onyx on the outside with purple inlays
No.
Lighting?
to match her armor.
No, it would be onyx on the outside, and the the lining would be actually gold in color.
Gold
Black
lighting?
and yellow, black and yellow.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. So, having collected your cloak of protection from the local magic item shop, is there anything the party would like to do prior to leaving your home of Ryport? Going out to...
I'm good.
Okay.
But
Now,
it's
this is
up to the new captain and whether or not he's made all the necessary preparation.
Now, is this in the evening or in the first thing in the morning?
First thing
First
in the
thing in
morning.
the morning.
So
Dawn
we're
is
going
about
Greeting the
to
dawn
break.
appropriately.
First thing in the morning. Dawn is about to break. Merrick Blackwater, are you ready to shove off with your vessel while the Sea Dogs rest?
We've got all our supplies and everyone's aboard, including the mutt. So, cast
Which one
off.
is the mutt?
Where? Snarfang.
Ah, okay.
Because Jester, the Bone Witch, and the other crewman was left at the Seven Stories. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, they're staying there.
Chester and Kesra are staying at the Seventh Story.
What about leave my socks on alone?
Leaf
Well, I thought we
was
were
also
taking him with.
You guys said you
Oh,
wanted
okay.
him with you because you didn't trust him at the Seven Stories because he's probably going to ditch.
Just like Steppadon did. We'll have to close that case later.
Cast off, raise the sails.
Okay. All right. So as you guys depart through the seawall, you guys are able to go out to sea and go sailing on the wide open ocean. As you do so, dawn breaks.
Sailing.
Sailing, sailing away.
Thank you.
Guys can wake up in the morning.
I do my meditations out on the ship as we're going out.
Okay. Valrath and Chiron have both been granted. We'll want them to leave.
Nice. Thank you. We need it.
Yes, you do.
I don't like the way you said that.
Yeah, that was real
I don't like the
quick
way you said that.
agreement.
I don't know what you're talking about. I said it very plainly and normally.
Like,
Mhm.
that's what worries me.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
We've learned, GM. We've learned.
Something always happens with a new captain at the helm.
To quote
Wow.
one of my other players in another campaign, what's the worst that can happen?
Of course, he's gonna throw that out there.
I think,
Well, and
What?
apparently Nan is moving a little stiffly this morning.
yeah.
Really?
Merrick, however, absolutely fine.
Uh-huh. Understood.
Nayana, you might want to consider gritting the dawn appropriately and stretching out. You seem a little like you didn't sleep very well last night.
Should Merrick roll for
Insight?
deception?
Yeah, insight, yeah.
Merrick doesn't need to roll for insight. He knows exactly why
No,
she walked away.
no, but Chiron does.
No, I'm saying should Merrick roll for deception since he says
Oh,
it's
no. For deception? No, he doesn't need to roll for deception. He's not hiding
fine.
anything. No.
It's like, I'm fine, everything's fine.
Ask him, he'll tell you.
Merrick, is your back a little sore? Just a little bit while you're hiding it.
No.
No?
He is
Very well.
recovering from that CCP.
We're going to allow these two to have a shared glance. I think it's about the level of PDA that you guys have established.
Yeah.
Hmm?
For other players' comfort.
Oh, screw other players' comfort.
Oh, well.
Yeah, totally screw other players' comfort for us. We're at least
I will tell you that the players in this group like shipping their characters. So feel free to have some fun. I will draw the line when it is approved.
I think one of the things that Merrick would have established, however, upon setting out, is some actual roles for everybody on the ship.
Ooh, he's the boss. All right, what are we doing?
After some discussion with Nyana and having observed for a while, obviously, Nyana, he's going to pick as first mate because it's always been that way. Astrid for navigator. Valrath as quartermaster. Criella gets to be the rigging monkey because monk. And Chiron and Ithana are both ship's cooks and ship's mages.
In other words, they're there.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So
You
Valrad
guys
should
get to
happy 'cause he
be
gets all the authority without the
passengers.
responsibility.
Passengers and cooks.
And Chiron's not making any mayonnaise elbow sandwiches this time.
Thank God.
I think the GM rolled a natural 1 on that one last time.
Mm, we're going to blame it on the fact that I was still learning the character.
I was just blaming it. I was saying that he had a concussion and he wasn't himself.
That's valid.
You know, because hammocks.
Stupid hammock.
Yep. Cool. It's a beautiful day, partly cloudy, nice wind for sailing. No problems today, Merrick.
Okay, so
Save for the fact that you look at Chiron and Criella, and I have to ask, Chiron, is there any lingering looks after the flirtatious aspect of yesterday?
Chiron might actively avoid those looks because he's scared to death of women.
Valid?
Romantically scared to death of women. Again, he doesn't. He's fine to flirt, but when it starts going beyond that, he wouldn't know what to do with a woman if he had her. So he would be actively avoiding the look, even though he wouldn't actively avoid the flirtatiousness.
I think, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong later, but I think that Criella is going to actively poke the bear a little bit here and be extra flirtatious in her pose on the netting and in the rigging. She won't actually say or do anything to you, but she's going to be posing a little bit extra, a little swooshing of the tails.
I think she would do it not because of flirtatious. I think she would do it just for the sake of because she can and she's got that power and she catches Chiron looking.
Exactly. It's not necessarily that she finds him interesting, but more it's a power play. It's her being able to manipulate him in some way.
Maybe even just testing the waters to see if he has a true attraction or if he's just flirting for the sake of flirting.
Yep.
Chiron, I'm assuming with an 18, Chiron would notice.
Oh, of course.
Her poses, and would actively be trying to pretend like he doesn't notice.
Very good.
I'll let that
Every
perception
time-
roll control if Nana actually notices this going on back and forth. But apparently she's too stiff and distracted, potentially.
After all,
Well,
that big feather in your husband's hat is flowing in the wind just so.
It is very nice.
Legs being sore are a thing. So yeah.
Merrick's looking
I
good
mean,
in
she's
the
not
morning
rickety,
light.
she's just a little stiff.
Chiron wouldn't know anything about that yet.
Evidently, she doesn't have her sea legs yet. She was too used to her land legs.
It happens. Okay, we were off the water for how many days?
Getting used to. Never mind. Okay, fine. The motion of the
The
ocean.
motion of the ocean.
Thank you.
Well, it is a small ship.
It is a small ship. As it
takes a lot to
sways
get there.
back and forth, you're able to enjoy the swaddled, well, not swaddled, but the rocking motion of the ship. Is there anything you guys want to do on this beautiful day where nothing seems to be going wrong?
So we are currently heading westward, yes?
That's up to the captain, of course. So we'll pull up the map to
think it was
discover
like-
what your plans are so that we can speak intelligently. Are you following the dotted line or are you going somewhere else?
As far as I'm concerned, the Merrick's plan was to follow the dotted line and start in that northwest.
We'll just head off in that direction until we kind of get a better idea of why can't I drag?
Though I do suggest that we keep an eye out for lesser protectorate vehicles to assist in their duties.
Which
But don't
Yeah.
there's a
forget,
point.
too,
What
we have
flag are
that-
we flying under?
I was gonna
Should
say,
be
don't forget
Luther's
we have
flag.
that.
But that's up
We're
to
doing
the
what you're saying?
captain.
Okay.
And Astrid has, with that instruction of going the direction of the dots, of the dotted line, she has rolled an 18 on navigation tools.
Very good. You are on course to chase down Ekmenos. If he
Luther's
went this
flag is
way.
the only one we have, don't we?
No. We got 2 of the Azure Fang.
That's right. Well, advantages, disadvantages of either or. I mean, we do have a letter of marque, basically, to keep protectorships off our backs. But flags draw attention. The Azure Fang flag would probably draw protector attention. Maybe,
I mean,
or they might leave us alone.
Once we get into protectorate waters, I would be opposed to flying the flag of the Azure Fang to get up close and next to a protectorate vessel to have a discussion with them aboard.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And if we just happen to safely retrieve their vessel, we can drop it off in Nausha on the way continuing up along the islands. Maybe introduce the new captain to Luther.
Sounds like a plan to me.
He did send us north, and we haven't really checked back in yet.
Yeah, we are headed north-ish.
In that roundabout direction.
Because, of course, the former captain sent a note to the Lutheran representatives upon arrival to Ryport and explained what we were doing, right?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you're the quartermaster. Paperwork's your job now.
You do not want me to ration your rum ration.
You did not just threaten me.
To think we don't have hidden rations.
I see.
That's
It's a good thing I've got locate object prepared.
Listen,
You son of a bitch.
I did not lose my ship.
I was not talking about your ship. I was talking about these extra rations that you've misplaced.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
Captain.
Quartermaster. Who has had the most contact with Agmenos on this ship?
Ooh, what a question.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have when you handed over a relinquished command.
I didn't hand over a relinquished command of anything.
So you lost it.
There's still time for me to put you overboard. And I like you. I'd rather not do that.
Inanna's just standing there next to Astra with her arms crossed, just her eyes going back and forth between the two of them.
Yep, I'm just waiting to see which one pulls out their cock first to see which one's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Sorry, guys. That was outside. That was outside my head. Holy shit.
And Astrid's intrusive thoughts win.
So you're saying it just slipped out?
Just the tip.
You're not living that one down ever.
I had a return comment, but I'm gonna leave that one alone because it's
Welcome. Welcome to
quantity,
Friday
not
morning.
quality.
Yep, welcome to Friday, guys. We're
Welcome to the Sea Dogs.
Cue the funky music.
We're literally
Like
discussing
Taylor.
the blue humor, and the Tuesday group's like, maybe we could one up the Friday morning group. And I'm like, they're gonna have to work for it.
Oh, you sweet summer child. Bless your heart. No. No.
Okay, boss, don't fire me. Sorry.
No, not happening.
Yes,
For
whoever
one for the season.
Yeah.
whoever's has the most contact should probably be the one to cast the scry spell.
I guess it would be. Yeah, I guess it would be Merrick, wouldn't it? Because Astrid's never met him in person, I don't think. Valrath hasn't either.
Only when I was a kid. Only when I
Yeah,
was a kid.
Nyana maybe caught a glimpse of him during the ambush, but never met him in person. Chiron,
You had
yeah,
your,
so
dreams.
right, yeah. I mean, that's probably the most contact she's had with him. But Merrick's actually met him in person.
As
he was
far as
there.
I'm aware.
Yeah. So, and Criella, I don't think has ever met him. That she's mentioned.
Like, I don't know. GM
Briella
has,
is
has
going to be quiet on this topic at the moment.
Of course she is.
GM has not clarified how much interaction they've had, but that there had been some interaction between Merrick and
Yes.
Meadows.
Still more than everybody else.
Ekmenos is the one that rendered you unconscious. Personally.
It's out of all of us, he's the only one who's actually personally met him. Yeah.
So, as a point of order, I do have to ask, where is Athana during all of this?
And she's standing nearby. Back to them, Betty, still listening to what's being said.
Listening? Understood.
Chiron would
Yeah.
make his way back below deck.
Yeah.
And start reading his books. One of his books.
Which one?
Across
Probably.
Blackwater.
Probably. Probably more than likely one on just like war and magic strategies.
Understood?
Astrid one of these days is going to pick up one of those romance novels and just kind of slip it into his books.
Drive-by booking.
What the bloody hell is this? Dear God!
Then he starts reading, oh, this is actually pretty good.
You do what with that? Oh my dear God!
And
Wait,
then he leans o-
is
and then he
this
leans over
about-
and takes a few notes.
So that's what that's for.
Wait, the
Tail is very
description
dexterous.
of these characters seems very familiar.
You just don't look at me. I didn't write it. But yeah, Nana would remind him that the vision that she had is no indication of time. So other than the time of day, so she has no idea if that was past in the same moment as when she had the vision or sometime in the future. So
Did you ever confirm that with Merrick?
About Akmanos' position.
No, the vision that she saw.
Oh,
She
the
was
other
told-
one? She didn't talk about that one yet.
no, she hasn't brought up the other one yet. She's a little freaked out about that. It will come up.
I'm
but
talking about
no.
the original one.
Oh, the dream?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, she would have told him.
Yeah, they talked about it.
Okay.
No secrets in their marriage.
No.
They have very interesting pillow talk. Which, yes, when they were
Meanwhile, we're going
discussing the
to-
positions on the ship, yeah, that was pillow talk.
Meanwhile, we're going to have the camera pan quickly back to the 7 stories where Chester, the mute, currently writing in a book. Fanfic. The real author of Across the Blackwater, Chester.
Oh no!
Shouldn't we be getting royalties off that?
You are.
He's-
Why do
he's
you
on-
think the Zydrath has been paid off?
He's going to be doing that, I would imagine, as a an unknown author.
Mhm.
Yeah, under a ghost name.
Yep.
Yes.
That's
Men are from
Uh,
Corlin, women from Austria. What the hell?
The Blackwaters are just like, who's writing this shit?
how do they know so much?
This is oddly accurate.
Is it you? Is it you?
I
Tales
know
from
those
the
noises.
Valrath, Soda
Tales from the
Truth.
depths.
Valrath, over here with the Soda Truth. Come on.
Oh, I didn't prepare that today.
Oh, that's hilarious, Chiron. I'm just saying. Men are from Corlin, women are from Australia. Oh my god.
Sand,
great.
it gets everywhere.
Oof, that's a
Get
very
used
interesting
to it.
dynamic. when I think about it.
I don't like sand.
The GM, yes.
All right. So, you
Who's got the
consider
scry scroll?
scrying.
Yeah.
And so we pull us out of the Barnes and Noble back left section.
That's not fair. That's too soon.
The adult section of Barnes and Noble.
Wait
It's
a minute.
not
Have
adult.
you been?
It's
It's for
romantic.
mature audiences only.
It's romantic.
It's educational. It's for educational.
Life science section.
You can say it's educational if you want to justify it there, Astrid, but that's on you.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
So,
All
Chiron
right.
picks up a copy to understand women better.
that's not going to work. All right.
Probably not. He's not as versed in the ways of women as Korg is.
Nope.
Hmm.
So you're considering
Yeah.
scrying on Ekmenos, yes?
Yes.
How?
Pick up a scry scroll.
Are you a spellcaster that has scrying on your spell list?
Can't do it from the scroll.
You have to have it on your spell list in order to be able to do a scroll. At least from the class list. So,
I
I
have
think the
not
only person
spellcast.
who
Have to
can
be.
do the scrying would be Chiron or Athana.
Hmm.
We're both now apparently down below deck.
Are you both below deck now somehow?
Yeah, Thana said that she's going below deck to search for a place to be alone. She
Understood.
will likely, wherever she goes, she will likely find Chiron in that space.
Hmm. So we would call this ship Ithron, right?
Whoa. Whoa.
Athana, you find Chiron down there reading a book. Are you going to ignore him, or what are you doing, Athana?
I think she would notice his presence, but not in particular mood to speak. She would turn to leave.
Okay. You've seen him, but just going to turn to leave. Understood.
With a 16,
Can't hear her
Chiron,
footsteps now.
would Chiron notice? Would
Oh, yeah.
Chiron notice her with a
course.
16? Okay. He would probably look up and say, "My dear, where are you going? You obviously were coming in here for a reason."
I was looking for a place to think. Apologies for disturbing you.
Well, you haven't disturbed me. Is there something you would like to talk about? Or do you just strictly want to think?
Yeah, sorry, a few different ideas are going through my head right now.
Chiron's gonna see her standing there trying to gather her thoughts, and he's just gonna say, clearly you have something on your mind. Why not come in and let's talk about it? See if maybe I we can help each other work through it.
Very well. And she looks around for a place to sit.
Chiron's gonna close his book. You're gonna see a little bookmark sticking out of the top of it. As a question, would this book have one of those little ribbons that you can throw in, or would he have to put a physical bookmark in there?
This one would absolutely have the ribbon in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to take the ribbon, put it in there. He's going to close his book and put it to the side, put it next to him on the bed, or not the bed, but wherever he's sitting, he's going to put it next to him, and he's going to sit up and he's going to say, "So, Ithana, what's on your mind? What's going through your head right now?"
What you said before, did you mean what you said, or were you just making idle conversation?
What you mean about being here if you needed someone to talk to, someone to trust?
Yes, that.
Well, of course I meant it. I don't make a habit of saying things I don't mean. Obviously, we are crewmates, and we are going to have to be next to each other for quite a while. Having trust among each other, I feel like is paramount. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, sorry, my brain is blanking.
Oh, you're good, man.
Would she agree that trust is an important thing among crewmates?
For the most part, yes. Yes.
Look, as I said before, I understand. I've never encountered. Forgive me for asking this. What was the patron's name that Ithana's uh owed to right now?
Thalia Neverworld. I'll put that name in chat for you.
Thalia. Okay.
The trickster.
As I said when I spoke to you, I
Enhancement of talent. Trickster is meta knowledge. Go away, Twilight.
um, I've read about Thalia, though I've never encountered her before. I'm familiar with what I've read about Thalia, and I'm concerned that maybe she might be using your grief as a way to manipulate you in some way. Um, Obviously, that's not any referendum on you. I can definitely understand the grief of your siblings being in captivity by Archimedes and your feelings about that. I just want to be able to be a resource for you, of somebody here that's other than Thalia, so that way you're not just stuck in your thoughts with her being able to manipulate or influence them.
And what other way would you suggest?
Confide in me, my dear. Whatever you and I speak of stays between you and I. I would not dare dream of violating your trust if you were to confide in me the things that you are feeling, thinking, going through. And Chiron is going to kind of lean forward, and he's going to take a strand of her hair and kind of tuck it behind her left ear. And he's going to say, I believe you've been through quite enough. The last thing you need is to be manipulated by a magical being such as Thalia. And when he says magical, you would get the sense that he's kind of mocking her as a patron being magical in her capabilities, and you would sense that he's stating basically that she's really more manipulative than magical.
Takes a breath and shoulders slump a little bit. Agreeing to this is my only option.
My dear, being manipulated by a being such as Thalia is not your only option. You've got a whole crew here full of people who genuinely care about you. Some may show it a little stranger than others, but I genuinely think, even Valrath himself, I think that all of us here care about you. We only want the best for you. And ultimately, having friends that you can depend on is far greater than having a patron that you are owed favors to. You've got a powerful magic deep within you as it is, without having to have the influences or effects of Thalia. Although I know Thalia probably helps to enhance some of your abilities. But you are quite powerful without her.
At the mention of Valrath, a look of annoyance will come over her face. Do you believe he would not use my siblings as a shield if it suited his truth?
Well, and that may be. That's a situation that we would have to deal with when the time came. But I definitely, if I'm in the capabilities to do so, if I'm in the situation, I definitely would not let an innocent fall at the hands of the greater good, as it were. And especially with it being your sibling, somebody that you care about. I want to say that I believe at his heart that Valrath means well.
I do not believe he sees past. What's the word? I don't think he sees. Sorry.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Yeah, you're good, man. Take your time. No rush.
Does Athana think that Valrath out for the greater good or for himself?
Almost every paladin of Ursula I've ever met has been, and a sanctimonious prick, and has only spoken deception. And she looks down at the silver brooch still in her hand.
And Chiron's gonna take his two fingers, and he's going to place them underneath Ithana's chin and pick her head back up to meet his, so his eyes and her eyes can meet. And he's going to say, well, be that as it may, my dear, I can promise you that I will not sit back and allow harm to come to your siblings. If that is what is important to you, I would not intend or attempt to hurt any member of our crew here, but I will use all my power to stop anything from happening if that's what is important to you. As I told you before, you do have a friend in me. I am here to help you however I can.
In this tender moment where you've got your fingers under her chin, drawing her eyes towards yours, close, you're going to hear footsteps going away from you, and you look towards the hatch as a tail goes back on deck.
Um, yeah, Chiron's gonna kind of just ignore that because he's in the moment at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
He would notice it obviously, but he's just gonna kind of like he would notice it, not like obviously in like the peripheral, but he wouldn't acknowledge it. He wouldn't like look up and like dart his eyes away because this is kind of an important moment for him and Ithana, right?
Yep.
And so he understands that, um, and he's just gonna look at her, just once again, just he's gonna try to reassure her that, um, you know, I I understand how you feel. Valrath is, and he's gonna stop and pause for a second and look away, kind of look off to the right for a moment, off to Ithana's left, and look back and say, Valrath can be infuriating to say the least. But I genuinely do believe that if it came down to it, for the sake of the party, for the sake of those around him, even if it were nothing more than to appease Astrid, I believe that he would look out for us and the things that are important to us. I believe he plays tough. I believe he plays that he doesn't care. But honestly, if Valrath didn't care, would he even still be here at the moment? Maybe. It's possible, for the sake of Astrid. But Astrid does care about you. I've seen it. Nyana cares about you. And if Nyana cares about you, I can guarantee you that Merrick cares about you. All this to say, my dear, Thalia is not the only one that you have to turn to. I would argue that Thalia is not the one to turn to.
And what would you have me do? Tear up the steel, and if I do that, my siblings are as good as dead.
Well,
No, I refuse to let that happen.
well, my dear, that's a conversation and an action for another time. I'm not telling you to abandon at the moment your contract, your agreements with Thalia. I understand that there are consequences to that. What I am saying is that when the time comes for her to come calling, you rely on us to help you avoid the pitfalls and the traps that she is setting for you in the process. You're not alone.
Yes, some of you maybe, but Valrath only offers sanctimonious judgment, and I cannot put my trust in him.
I don't blame you for feeling that way. But I will say, I think if the time were to come, remember, patrons are only as powerful as the worship given to them. I say that to say that if Thalia were to lose another worshipper, she'd be less powerful, and I do believe Valrath would possess the power to smite her, as it were, and this whole party together. Especially because of her intentions to manipulate someone that we care about, that we consider a friend. Again, I'm not trying to make any um, I'm not trying to ask anything of you. I'm not trying to pressure you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm just telling you that Thalia is not the only way to save your siblings.
She looks up, waiting for him to elaborate.
Would Chiron have noticed Ithana fiddling with her brooch? Is she doing it like right there in front of him, or is she kind of doing it below where he's not looking? Like in her pocket or something?
It's been in her hand for most of this conversation.
Okay. Chiron's going to kind of reach down, and he's going to grab for one of Ithana's hands. Would she grab his hand back?
Her fingers turn around the brooch. What are you doing?
I'm just curious. This piece of jewelry that you have here, this brooch, is that something between you and Ithana, or is that something between you and your siblings? I mean, not Ithana, Jesus. Is that something between you and Thalia, or between you and your siblings?
He looks down the brooch. This was given to me by someone very important to me.
Do you mind me asking who? Feel free to tell me, it's none of my business.
Her name was Valtia. Yeah, we were very close. Before she was tricked by the poisoned words of her paladin of Ursel.
I see. I'm assuming she was a close friend of yours.
You could say that.
Forgive the intrusion. Is she still with us?
I do not know. I don't know.
I understand. I'm assuming, was she taken? Or has she just disappeared where you aren't quite sure?
I've not heard a word from her since she left to follow a paladin of Ursel named Valerian.
And where was the last place that you remember hearing about her being?
I've heard nothing about her since she left Sage Barrows.
I'm sorry, since she left where?
Sage Barrows.
Can I get you to type that in the chat? Sage Barrow. Eric, notes. Sage Barrow. It was somewhere on the map.
I understand.
I think it was a marked location north of Braglands.
I have Barrow. It is Sageborough. I remember Sageborough. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Can
ahead
you-
and pull it up?
Been a while.
It
I
has
was gonna
been
say,
a
can you show
while.
us on the
Not
map?
a lot happens in Sageborough. We're gonna pull up the map and we're gonna zoom way in here. That's Sageborough. A lot happens in Sageborough.
What's the closest port city to Sagebarrow?
Grindavik.
Okay, so we'd have to sail around Australia basically and make our way there.
Yep.
Okay. And that would be how long? That would take how long to go
Weeks.
from where we're at? Weeks. Okay.
Yeah. Or months. Yeah. Unlikely to happen to sail that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Not in this campaign.
Have you spoken? He's gonna look. He's gonna look back at Ithana. He's gonna say, "Have you spoken with either Astrid or Valrath to see if they know this Valerian?"
I've only spoken with Astrid. She might be the one trustworthy paladin of Usul in this entire world.
Yes, she's definitely a great person to know. And what has she said about Valerian and what it might possibly mean?
Before you answer that, just remember from a couple weeks ago, Ithana, that I said I have information. I just haven't been able to give it to you back yet.
He claimed to have information, but hasn't shared any since.
I understand. Well, maybe we can talk to our new Captain Blackwater at some point. Maybe we can make our way down to Sageburrow once we finish some of our exploits and see if we can find more information about her. Clearly, she's important to you to be holding what I'm assuming is her brooch.
And she is attempting to fight back a tear as she's thinking about Valtia in this moment.
Yeah. Clearly, it seems that maybe you and Astrid need to take some time and have a conversation. This seems as good a time as any for the two of you to get together and have that conversation that she's been needing to have with you about your friend. And Chiron's gonna stand up and he's gonna place his left hand on Ithana's left shoulder, and he's gonna say, again, I want you to know that you can trust me. Everything that you and I have spoken about here will stay between us. As long as Valrath doesn't use any of his truth-telling spells and asks me questions. Everything that you and I speak of will stay between us.
I appreciate it.
Of course. Again, I'm here if you need me. And he's gonna take his hand off of her shoulder. He's gonna walk away and he's gonna attempt to go try to find Criella.
As you go upstairs to find Criella, she is at the very tippy top of the top mast, avoiding you.
Let's see if he can climb up. Athletics check, correct?
Yep.
This should be humorous with a -2.
So is he within is it 30 feet?
No shit.
With a 16,
20
you're
feet?
able to go up there. As you ascend the 40 feet to the top of the mast, it's swaying. There's a good 10-foot motion up here. Criella looks at you. You didn't tangle yourself this time.
No, I did not. Surprisingly, I have a
It's not
feeling
in
I'm
the
going to have to
rigging.
do. Right. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do some strength training to increase my capabilities to do things such as scale hammocks and such.
Did you have a good time with Nathana?
Yes, I do believe we did. I was trying to establish connection. Ithana, I feel she takes too much time to herself, isolating herself and ostracizing herself from the rest of the group. And I just wanted her to know that she's got somebody that she can talk to, that she can turn to, besides that hag Thalia.
So you're spending more time with her?
Chiron's going to kind of sit back. Hold on a second. Let me roll a perception check to see if he notices anything. Do I notice any intended inflection there?
There's a little bit.
Okay. Chiron's gonna kind of jerk his head back a little bit and say, "What do you mean by that?"
Nothing. It's all good.
Uh-oh, that stuff there was fine.
Hold on. Here we go. Do another.
It's
I'm gonna roll a
fine.
perception check to see if Nana hears any of this.
Oh yeah.
So, I would imagine with a 23, I noticed that she does not mean it's fine.
So,
would I be correct in that
it's
assumption?
one thing to see it; it's something else to have the wisdom
Yeah,
to
it's the
understand
insight.
it.
It's the
Insight?
insight.
Oh.
Yeah, insight.
Okay.
You can see
Nana
what
hears
she's saying. You can see
everything.
her there. Yeah, you can hear her, no problem. And with an insight, yeah. There's a disturbance in the force, Chiron.
My dear, you're not jealous, are you?
No,
Are you
it's
quite
all
sure?
fine.
I don't believe you.
She's going to take one of the ropes and she's going to slide down it. She doesn't like being called a liar. She goes to the deck and is going to actively avoid you, leaving you at the top of the rigging.
Yep. Chiron's gonna kind of just smirk, and he would know at this point that he's kind of called her on her bullshit, and she's
And
not prepared.
when she reaches the deck, she's going to look up at you and give you a little bit of a sneer before sauntering off with the swoosh of her tail.
Yeah, Chiron's gonna continue just kind of smirking. He's gonna stay up there for a moment, just kind of enjoy the view from the mast.
Mm-hmm. You done messed up, KK Ron.
And Nana's got her arms across her chest and just looking, her eyes drift back up to Chiron. Amateur.
Astrid just shakes her head. Males.
I did say he needs to learn to put an anchor in it.
My dear, help him.
Help him with
That
what?
would just weigh her down.
I mean,
There's no help in that.
unless you just enjoy watching him struggle.
I do. A little bit.
Just needs to bind her in a sort of authority.
That may work for Astrid, but not all women are like that.
Oh, I didn't say it worked for Astrid.
Could have fooled me.
Didn't say it didn't either.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of looks at Valrath and just
He winks at her.
raises an eyebrow, and oh, he knows he's gonna get it later.
You know,
Not-
you too. I had the wrong perception of paladins till I met you.
Not all paladins are the same.
Or
Nana just looks
created
at-
equal.
Nana just looks over at Astrid. It's like, don't be ashamed. You like what you like.
Not
So-
ashamed. I'm just saying that not all paladins are the same.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are extremely legalistic.
Oh yeah. Which reminds me, Valrath. When we were at the Temple of Usul, did you happen to see Valerian anywhere?
Who?
The prick.
Well, history check, Valrath. Let's see if you recall this name. Yeah, you'll recall the name. You probably haven't had many dealings with this prick because he's
I
from out
have
of
no
town.
idea who this is. I mean, sure, he might be somewhere in the order, but I've never worked with him. I haven't seen him. I know he exists.
That's not good for me. Yeah. I'll just have to, if you hear anything about him, just let me know. You're higher rank than I am in the order. It's important.
Do I need him have him called to the carpet?
Not yet. Just find out what you can. Secretly.
He looks out over the waves to the right. He looks out over the waves to the left. He looks out over the horizon and then back out the back of the boat. He looks back at his wife. Sure, I'll get right on that one.
You are an ass. Knock it off.
You knew that when you married him.
Yeah, but you don't have to be an ass to me. So, she's like, okay, well,
That conversation should have been in Ryport.
and that's it was a conversation I wanted to have, but unable to do so.
Once we deal with whatever this lackey of the Protectorate dog that we're currently chasing, and we can reduce the Protectorate influence, then maybe we can weed out some of the bad apples that exist within the Order.
I'm thinking it might have something to do all the same, but
Protectorate influence within the Order?
yeah.
It seems to have stepped up since we've been on the seas.
Valrath is from Ryport.
Say again?
Answering a question. Chiron, Valrath is from Ryport.
Yeah.
And they're having this conversation, not privately, right?
No. This is on the deck. You were there
That's
for
what I thought,
part
yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. It's like,
And when we were there, it was just some things just were not sitting right with Astrid. We just
It just seems that while we were away, handling our business with Luther, Protectorate seemed to just dig their influence just a little bit deeper into Ryport. We just gotta root it, kill it at its core.
and expanded it rather more quickly than one would have expected. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that monetary contribution made its way in while we were gone. I thought he was heading westward.
Exactly.
So either that was by agent or in person, but then he would have to have a way of moving around.
and how Fierabras was with all of that.
Yeah, he seemed to go 180 real quick.
Yeah. I
Not sure if that's a public or a private method.
don't know, but I don't like it. That being said, I need to have a word with you, Valrath, privately, though.
Gladly.
Not that kind of word.
Just understand that.
Why does it have to be one or the other? Can't be both.
Oh, it'll absolutely be both.
Both is good.
Both is real good.
So that's how American I do business. We get a lot more done that way.
You multitask.
Exactly.
Now,
We'd never get
what
anything done
happens
otherwise.
when the brain gets turned off?
Well, we just hit the pause button and pick it up later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to have a word with you, my love.
But just like every raw precious mineral must go through fire, trial, and tribulation, so must the order in order to remove the impurities that exist within. Now, whether or not that's at my hand or somewhere else, well, by Usul's light will make that determination when required.
Yes, but there's something else I need to discuss with you. Alone.
I am right behind you.
Yeah, he
She-
is.
She walks.
Chicka wow wow.
She walks knowing that what's going to happen. So she does sashay just a little bit as he's following, but at the same time, she tries to go to a place that's a bit more private.
Come to the quartermaster's office in the deck.
Which is probably like an alcove on a ship
It's
that
just a little
size.
alcove.
Yeah.
There may have been some rearranging of the crates and some things up underneath to create this private space in the back that nobody can actually see into.
Wow. Okay. So with that, she just kind of looks around and she's like, yeah, of course you'd do this. This is not surprising to her at all.
Over there.
You over there. But this is important. So once she's sure that they're alone, she's just like, I found some information from my Thana as to why she hates us so much. Number one, why it's so hard to trust us. And, well, frankly, I wouldn't blame her.
And you're bringing this up now before our intervention with the fauna?
I think it may make you want to change your approach, kind of like what you did with me.
And this wouldn't have been better have had prior to our conversation with her?
You two had pissed me off. I wanted y'all to at least be cordial with each other for the time being. But I swear to Usul, if you and her get in a fight and blow a hole in this ship, I'm going to have a real problem.
I've got nothing more to do with her.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case.
Oh?
So, the brooch that you've seen her handle from time to time, right?
The one that she picked up and was supposed to interpret or whatever, and then pocketed and never spoke of again? Yeah, I'm aware of that one.
That one really is hers.
Interesting. How did that end up where it was?
I don't know how it ended up, but that is her brooch. It was from her important person.
Interesting.
So, from what I understand, is that, well, she had this important person, and this brooch belonged to the important person.
Would have been nice to have conveyed that to everybody else.
Well, she doesn't feel like she can trust anybody. And
It's funny coming from her.
Varath, enough. Just listen. But this person's name was Valtria. And they became very close. And she became very important to Ithana. Well, Valerian, and we both have heard about him, and I just know he's a giant prick. Rule follower, uppity up. You know how they are. The ones that are truly ambitious in the temple, right?
To a fault.
He convinced Valtria to just up and leave one night and head towards the Temple of Usul. No explanation, no goodbyes, no nothing.
I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Probably, but this is all that Ithana has told me. No explanation, no nothing. What would you think if I did that to you?
Well, if anybody did that to you, then they would cease to breathe on this planet.
Hence why Ithana hates all paladins of Usul.
The one does not represent the whole. But that being said, if somebody had a true feeling, a true care, a true relationship of some shape, form, or fashion, there would have been something somewhere.
And that may be true, but
So what's the other side of that story?
that's why I'm trying to find Valtria. And Firabras wouldn't tell me where she is, and she's an initiate.
But an initiate in Ryport?
Wouldn't tell me where she is.
For the sake of the size of the order spreading across Weston, I didn't even think Athana was from Ryport.
She's not. That's the thing.
And this occurred in Ryport?
Not in Ryport.
So why would Fairboss know anything about except what happens within his chapter of the order?
Because he recognized her name.
You sure about that?
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you.
So, I'm just trying to find information on Valtria. And the only way to find that out is through you, Fairboss, or Valerian.
The order is vast. Initiates are intaken at multiple different locations, trained across multiple different locations. It doesn't orbit around centralized in Ryport.
I know this, but Valerian has been known to be in Ryport. I was hoping to get some information, and I got none. Ferabras is hiding it.
And you're sure about this?
Yeah. I couldn't figure out more, but that's all I could get.
He lied.
Or truth with omission?
So I wonder what's really going on.
Exactly.
Not that I can stand the guy, but still.
Agreed. But that's why Ithana doesn't trust us.
For an order that spans thousands of paladins across the continent, the actions of one taint the orientation of the few.
Yep.
It'd be like having a patron of the shadowy arts that deals in deception and mistruth, guiding a warlock on the path of ill occurrence.
Which is why we need to help her.
She has to make choices first.
But sometimes it takes one to reach across the divide.
I almost wonder if these series of emotional events that have occurred all around this one individual were not put in place for the sole purposes of weakening Constitution, bending one's will, putting them in such a vulnerable state that they would agree to almost anything.
And I would agree with you. However, proving that to her and just telling that to her are two
I have
totally
no
different.
desire to prove that to her. That's a choice that she's got to make.
But it doesn't mean that we can't help show her.
I don't mind lending assistance. But I will tell you that there's an order of priority, there's an order of precedence. And if it comes to one or the other, you know where I will go.
I know. But if we're all going, we all have the same goal, and that's to take out Akmenos right now.
He's just one part.
Yes, but he's the main part at the moment. He's our little part.
He's the next milestone.
Exactly. One step at a time to get to the big one. And trust me, I know better than you.
So tell me, Ashton, what happens when this sister that betrayed her family stands between you and Akmenos?
And Astra will just stand there and look and think for a minute. And she says, if it comes to that,
I'm not looking for an answer now. The point I'm making is that the situation may not always be what it seems.
And I am aware of that. But I also don't think that I'm going to be the one to make that choice either.
Oh, I am quite interested to see whether or not Akmina survives and if somebody stands in between Nayana.
But I will say, since you are a higher rank than me, if you do hear anything about Valerian or Valtria,
Any of these bad apples will be dragged before the light and purged.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm just asking for information.
Of course, information will be gathered, but we don't want one to spoil the bunch.
And that is true, because that one has already spoiled the view of all of Usul's paladins, for one.
I don't put much weight on that opinion, given the choices made by that individual.
For me, though, will you?
I understand you care. And yes, we'll address the situation as it develops. Once we get to a location that we can procure information, then we will dig into it. But whether or not that becomes a distraction from the goals at large, no, it will not.
And that's the thing. I think they're all tied together.
One step at a time, my love. But Tempest, when you go to unleash your fury, and one stands before the other, and the one target, the one that twisted the knife in the back of your family, the one that you swore your vengeance oath for, is protected by another, start thinking about what you will choose.
I already have. And with that, she'll just give him a kiss and say, we'll deal with the other parts later, but I do need to talk to Ithana. I owe her.
After we help take care of that tension in your shoulders.
And fade to black.
behind the crates, there will be some noises from below the ship. Meanwhile, we pan the camera up to Merrick and Niana.
Uh,
I mean, at the
think-
moment, now I'm just studying the map, especially the area where she saw Ekmenos in the vision, that cove, and also painting a little bit north around garden soil and between the marking where she marked where the abyss was.
Hmm?
Just trying to connect the dots, but obviously not having enough information.
Merrick is going to make small adjustments to the course towards Kesu on that strait, just based on a
Sure.
prior conversation with Diana. I mean, it's days away, but at least getting on that course so they can skirt along the coast of the archipelago if need be.
Cool.
She'll roll that to see if she hear the noises coming from below deck.
I'm going to ask for stealth checks for both Astrid and Valrath.
That's the point. Are they trying to be quiet or do they even care?
A 13, because it is at disadvantage.
Plate armor.
14.
Clank, clank.
So,
14.
you know what's going on.
The shinies are getting shiny.
There's some
So
polishing
there
of
may
armor.
be some ropes, pulleys, hooks, or whatever else involved in this whole situation.
We've got
Hammocks.
extra.
Nana just smirks and chuckles to herself and shakes her head.
I mean, because you need all of that, like Fallout style, to get out of the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what that's for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What you described as
And
a
I'm sticking
hammock.
to it.
Just saying. Hooks, ropes, pulleys. That's a hammock. Congrats.
Yep.
All right. So yes, Niana, you are aware that the deed is being done.
Yep, no, so she just she smirks and chuckles and shakes her head to herself. Actually, she'll look over her head. I think we have some competition.
They're not in the competition.
At which point Creel is going to come over. Competition. I like competition. What are we competing about?
Nothing that involves you unless you and
Well, and that'll look up at Chiron.
As the player, I beg to differ. She likes competition.
She likes competition. Absolutely, she likes competition. 100%.
Like, well, and she'll look over and kind of glance up at where Chiron's sitting in the crow's nest and just be like, well, it's not exactly a solo sport.
Why not?
And she'll just grin.
She smiles at you.
I mean, you'd put yourself at a disadvantage, but she just grins as she looks back down on the map.
What sport are we playing?
She'll look over at her.
Pokeballs.
Wrestling.
Oh.
Mage ball.
Wrestling, huh?
balls.
The form of it.
I think I could win as she looks up at Chiron.
Oh, I guarantee you could win that match.
So, how are we traveling? We're doing well.
So far, so good. As long as the
Thus
weather
far.
holds.
Smooth seas thus far.
Good. So, are we going to be stopping in Nausha?
Was not exactly the plan. Is there a reason to?
I don't know that I have one. I know that Chiron had discussed it.
He
Looking
might
after
have
his interests, are we?
he might have discussed it, but I would like to, at best, avoid contact with his father while we're running around with what essentially is stolen goods from the man.
True enough. True enough. Well, we don't want him to get into too much trouble. All I really care about is killing Ekmenos, the bastard.
She's gonna insight check to see if she's telling the truth about that she really doesn't have any particular desire or reason to go to Nausha.
As far as G America is aware, Kriella has no desire to go back to Nausha at the moment. No purpose.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware. If I'm wrong, we can retcon it later, but as far as I'm aware, I've not been informed of any that she needs to go to Nausha.
I mean, what Barrick said would be my primary objection. I don't think putting ourselves in vicinity of Chiron's father is very smart right now.
No.
She's gonna nod. I think that's probably wise. Well then, suppose it's from Ryport all the way past the Broken Mug and Nausha on Shu, yes?
We need to make the decision whether we're going to take the straight past Kaisu or if we're going to veer northward towards that cove.
So we have two options, and she'll point down at the map. We can keep going northwest, go through the strait by Kaisu, circle the west side of the island, and dock at the west side of where that cove is. But here's the problem. Again, we don't know for sure if he's still there.
Oh,
We'd be sacrificing speed and time.
wonder
For
why
stealth.
he's there. First place. We can find out
His
why.
question-
Perhaps we could find out if he's going to still be there in a couple of weeks when we arrive.
Well,
That
actually,
would be the purpose. Another purpose of the scry spell.
And also Nana will stop and kind of think back to the vision she had, and if she remembers any particular details about the state of the Zydrotha, or really any clue that might give a hint about why he's pulling into a cove.
State of the
From that vision.
Zydrotha was clean. Not quite as clean as when you guys Merrick managed it, obviously. Probably don't want to eat off the floor today. But other than that,
Merrick was obsessive about keeping his ship clean.
I know, and he's going to be very pissed when he goes and checks the corners. The mildew in the corners, that's going to be pissing him off.
It's gonna be like the little robot from Wall-E.
Yeah, exactly.
Son of a bitch.
Little scrubby bot, yeah. So, you would have not gotten any clues as to why he was there from the state of the ship.
Well, guess it's time to speak to our wizard.
Coming down off
Warlock.
the rigging, Chiron comes down the sails.
As Chiron lands, he's gonna look at Krayla and say, "My dear, can you and I have a conversation in private?"
No.
And Nana's eyebrows shoot up.
And she's
very
going
interested.
to walk away from you,
Hold on.
Chiron.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Ooh.
Here comes the whole person.
He
Just come
doesn't
and
want
talk.
to. She looks
Just
at
come and talk with me for a second, please.
Why? We can talk here
She's
where everyone else can see.
I don't
Oh,
believe
please
our
do.
conversation requires anyone else to be around.
I don't feel like being alone with you right now.
Look, I was simply going to tell you, I was going to say that I apologize for my forwardness and for accusing you of anything. The conversation I was having with Ithana was quite emotionally charged for her, and as it was emotionally charged for her, it was fairly emotionally charged for me as well, as I am still working my way to earning my place, as it were, on this crew and on this ship. I'm not
She's-
exactly
She's going to lean
somebody who
in
fits
and she's
in.
going to put her fingernail right in the center of your chest. When you decide to be forward, let me know. Until then, let me be.
Chiron's
your
going to just
tap.
kind of sigh. Chiron's going to sigh, and he's going to look down and say, "Look, you have to understand. I know how to have a conversation with a woman. I don't know much past that. I've lived, as you can imagine, quite a sheltered life, if you understand my meaning."
Is this what we're having? A conversation with a woman? Why can't you just have a conversation, Chiron?
Because it's not comfortable for me, it's not something I'm versed in, as it were.
You need to relax. You need to be yourself. And you need to understand I'm just a person. Yes, I have tits and a tail. And she's going to swoosh the tail and bounce a little bit. But that doesn't change who I am. You can't talk. Close your eyes and speak. And she's going to turn and then turn back to you once again. When you're ready to talk to me like a person, I'm willing to listen. If you want to talk to me like a woman, well, welcome to try softening your voice and speaking slower, more seductively. I'll take the role of the man. And she's going to turn and clip, clip, clip away from you. Probably leaves him stunned for a moment, yes?
He's a little miffed at the moment.
Of course he is. He should be.
He
Absolutely should
he's
be.
like, he's not pissed by any means, but he's just like, he's frustrated.
Yeah.
Like, he is
Good.
absolutely frustrated.
Good. And I hope the player's okay with this. Are you okay as the player on this?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, now that your
Right
little
where she
lover,
wants it.
now that your little lover spat has been taken care of,
She walks past you and slaps you. Just full on in the face before walking past.
Please say she does it with her tail. That would be even better.
Probably so. Just walks past as you say your lover spat, and she looks at Niana. He had it coming, and keeps walking by.
And Nana just lifts
I
her
just-
hand off her hip and then
I
puts it
just-
back down.
I deserve that still.
He had it coming. He had
Emo-
it coming.
Briella will give you a high
Emotional
five as he
damage.
goes by. As she goes by Niana.
It's not the first time
Chiron.
I've been slapped in the face.
With the tail.
Chiron is just gonna put his fists up on his hips like this, and he's just gonna kind of look down, kind of shake his head and sigh and be like, he's gonna sigh and he's gonna look up at Merrick and say, "Why do women have to be so difficult?"
You need to learn how to talk to them, lad.
Astrid just sticks her head around the corner of the boxes and says, "Oh boy, you have much to learn, little one."
I'm not done with you.
The hair gets pulled and in she goes. Small boxes once again.
I mean, I can. And her eyes just kind of. She looks over her shoulder and watches Crayola go off. I can respect a woman who knows what she wants.
That's funny.
You just have to step up your game.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I hope I nailed this, Creel. If I messed up, let me know. So. All right. Well, you guys will pass the couple of next days sailing westwards and northwards.
During those
Yes.
couple of days, I do need to speak with Ithana, though.
Okay. A couple days later, Astrid will approach Ithana. We're going to do some montaging. Otherwise, we're going to be on this journey for months. Forever and ever. Amen.
Just
Well,
long.
That's 2 days later.
It takes you 2 days to recover.
Yes, apparently.
Forever.
Ithana, Astrid's approaching you for a conversation.
What do I see?
Where is Ithana at the moment?
Mentioned she's at railing near the
shit.
back of the boat, up on deck.
Okay. He's up on deck, Astrid.
Okay, so she walks over to Ithana and rests her hands, rests her forearms on the railing, and she just stands there for a minute, and then turns to her, leaning against the railing, and says, "I should have come to you sooner with this, but I needed to make sure that I had as much information as I could get before I brought it to you." I have some information on Valtria. Not a lot, but some. That is if you want to hear.
She turns to you with interest on her face. What do you know?
And with that, she'll just turn back to the ocean and just be like, "So what I have is this. It's not a lot, but it's something, and something to build on. Her name is known, at least by Ferrebrus. He wouldn't tell me much, but that he knows of her, and that she was there. He would not tell me where Valerian is, but he does know. Unfortunately, that's not very helpful, I know, but at that point, I turned to Valrath and had a conversation with him. And I hope you don't mind, but he was the next person I could think of that would have information on either one. Unfortunately, there are many intake locations for initiates. And Valerian, he's been known to hop from one temple to another. That being said, it doesn't mean that more information can't be found out. So Valrath said that he would help and look for Valtria and Valerian and see what information he could get. He's, again, higher ranked than me, so he has better access than me. As soon as I find anything out, I'll let you know. But their names are...
Go on.
David
Astrid?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Repeat that, Astrid. Broke up.
Okay, so what I said was Valerian is known, and Fearobros, the head of the order in Ryport, would not tell me where he is. But he knows where he is. And Valtria, there are many places where initiates are taken, but her name is known, at least by Fearobros. He would not tell me where she is, but she is there in the order. I can tell you that Fearobros would not give me a lot of information. However, I hope you don't mind, but I did talk to Valrath about it. He understands and will get information once we get to where Valerian or Valtria could possibly be. As soon as I get more information, I'll let you know. But right now, this is all I have. All I know is that the Fearobros knows more than he's telling. So it's up to us to dig.
You look up to see a great deal of skepticism on her face when you said the words Valrath wants to help.
He is willing to help because the end state of getting to Akmenos and purging the corruption that is within the temple. Because we feel that I brought it to his attention with all this, that I feel that there is definitely corruption within the temple. It's just how and who. And with Fearobros not being very forthcoming, well, we're going to see what we
I
can
found
find.
it is to no one's surprise.
I told you, not all paladins are the same. I know it's not much, but it's something.
It is more than I've known in years. Thank you.
She nods. It's the starting point, at least, right?
It is.
Mm. With that, she just kind of looks at Ithana and studies her a little bit more, and Says, I know that was a lot to trust me with, and I do appreciate the fact that you trust me with it. I'll see what I can find. But until then, mm, all we can do is pray.
So you guys have had, you guys started with 3 months of supplies. Valrath is asking, how many days have you used? You've used days so far.
Of the normal commodities, but a couple of individuals have used 6 days worth of rum.
I think some people haven't used any rum. So that depends on your definition.
Oh no, it's by individual and their allocation. Once they've used up their allocation, then they lose access to it thereafter.
Why's the rum gone?
So, Liana,
Why is the rum always gone?
have you been drinking too much rum?
Absolutely not. At least not out of the
Valrath,
ship stores.
is the quartermaster guilty of consuming too much rum?
Of course not. There is strict regulation and issuance.
Mm-hmm. So if it's strict regulation and issuance, if too much of the rum is gone, it must have been issued inappropriately.
Oh no, they have their allocation stamps, and so I just stamp the initial or the additionals as they take from there. But once that complete record is used up, then they don't get any more.
Okay. Chiron would have made sure that there's port and red wine. Okay.
Yep, he'd probably be sipping a glass of port while he's reading his book on war strategy. If he's reading this book with an 11, do I learn anything from the book I'm reading?
A little bit. Sure.
To know your enemy is to know yourself.
Maybe I get a little more insight into Valrath and his bullshit.
Yeah, a little bit more of that.
Inconceivable.
Up ahead of the
Inconceivable!
ship here, Merrick, you're going to see a section of the water that has no wave action. It is
That's not
as
good.
still as glass, and your ship is headed right for it.
Yeah, well, no, we're going to steer away from that.
As you turn the ship, the section of the ocean moves.
Well, that may be a problem.
Is there an announcement to the crew that something's going on?
You see that
Captain?
this section of the ocean is easily 100 feet in diameter.
Yeah, there's an announcement to the crew. All hands on deck.
I start popping some spells.
Okay.
Everyone's going to carefully descend from his hammock.
Okay.
It does not recognize what this might be. As she looks over the railing.
Oh, shit.
You're welcome to roll a history check.
History check. That's
Chiron
what's
falls out of his hammock.
16?
A 16, you do not recall this from your experiences.
Valrath will come up on main deck, hearing the cry of the captain that something's not right. He'll give initial comfort in the course of aid. And it is all allies? No, 3 creatures. So myself, Astrid, and Nayana.
No, don't do it on me. Do it.
Okay, myself, Nayana, and Chiron will receive a 5 increased max hit points.
Nice.
And I will cast aid on myself and uh, You said okay, and I'll get Merrick, Ithana, and myself.
Okay.
And that's 8 as well. Sorry, let me throw that in there. 5.
Right.
Oh, it's +5 max or 5 temporary?
That's
Yeah.
max.
Max, yeah. Max.
My renamed Armor of Agathis gives me 10 temporary.
Very good.
So 8 lasts for 8 hours. Armor of Agathis lasts for 1.
Oh, as the ship approaches this section of bestilled waters, the sails will go slack.
It's Master Ope.
No, that's never mind.
Today is a what? Today is history. Tomorrow
We actually saw Master Ope on Wednesday night. One thing he is not at the moment is slack.
And it was the still waters. It's now the flowing waters.
Correct. We saw Kiki and
Oh, Kiki made an appearance.
appearance on Wednesday night, yes. And he is very much not slack.
Miss Kiki so freaking much.
Steve says hi.
Ah,
Actually,
And he said this
Oh.
expanse of still water was 100 feet in diameter.
100 feet in diameter.
And there's no wind.
No wind the moment you enter it.
That any sailor worth their weight, is when wind goes away, that bothers them to begin with. So he's got his hand on the hilt of his sword, and of course, with the intent, he winces because of the bite of the blade.
You look around this
But-
edge of the ship. The water all around the ship is perfectly calm. However, beyond this perfect circle, the waves are moving normally.
All right, Captain, what do you have us involved with?
By this point, where are we abouts on the map?
Would be halfway between
okay.
Brightport and Nausea.
and Astrid lets everybody know, and then she's looking at the map, seeing if there's anything like that with on the map for what's the word I'm looking for? Historical activity or things that are just noted on the map to watch out for.
So
kind of situation.
this is north of the Broken Mug, but as far as activity here, you see notes of merfolk that have been in the area. You're going to see that there are notes of Sahagwin that have been in the area. You're going to see notes of pirate activity, protectorate involvement, and even a wandering reef elemental has come through here at one point. A wandering sandbar.
Sorry.
Still
I know
funny
that
to this
sandbar.
day.
It's a nice boulder.
They were good.
I like that
hands.
boulder.
They were strong hands. All right. Too
Don't
soon?
kick!
Too soon. Artax. All right. Sorry. If I say there was a sinking white horse here at one point, I win.
No!
No! Traumatize a generation again.
Yay!
In one scene.
Mm-hmm. Rising from the water, though, you're
Freyu,
going to
is that
see
you?
a small water spout begin to form in this still water.
Nyana, do your people do this? Because there's Sahagwin, there's merfolk, there's all the water creatures here. Do your folk do this?
With that history check, since she didn't recognize what it was, what the water spout.
No, don't recognize this. This is otherworldly.
Yeah,
This-
Nana. She's got
this-
a hand out and she's preparing magic.
Followed. It
What about
followed the
Chiron?
ship.
Rising from the waters, the water spout begins to take shape as first one green arm reaches out and a poofy white sleeve forms around it, a second arm, and then just a shirt with a blue vest, and a very fishy head pops out. You were trying to avoid me. I did have to stop you, of course. We have to have a bit of a chat. Allow me to introduce myself, of course.
Please,
Introductions are in
please
order.
do.
I am Darren Thros. Nice to make your acquaintance. He squints at the side of the ship. Sea Dogs Rest. Oh dear, you could have done far better than that. It's not exactly a legendary name. Not like the Great Change Maker or the Siren Song or something like that. No, you chose the Sea Dog's Rest. How mundane. To meet me and this be the story you have to tell? Goodness, such a horrible experience for you. None of you have heard of this figure before, even with a 22. No, not with a 9.
You know a lot about
Isaac.
ship names? What about the Zydratha?
Oh, ho, ho. You don't have a chance in hell with a ship like this. Oh, dear boy. Everyone's heard of the Zydratha. No one's heard of the Sea Dog's Rest. We might as well call it the Puppy Chow.
The Zydratha is my ship.
Oh, really? Then where is it, my dear boy? Did you lose
Stolen.
it?
I didn't lose it. It was stolen.
You pushed the button, Max.
You see
It hurts when
Astrid
somebody
with the
comes.
red button and her taking her maul to it.
It hurts when somebody makes fun of something that you're sensitive about, doesn't it, Merrick?
I'm going to put an anchor in your mouth, Chiron.
Oh, dear. No, allow me to introduce myself further. I am Daranthos, Marid of the Water Plane. I've recently come into a bit of an issue and thought I might be able to offer some competent people some assistance. The less competent need it more, don't they? So you've been chosen. Congratulations. I'm here to fulfill your wishes. After all, you found me, and, well, I need a bit of assistance, and so a little bit of a deal is to be had, even if it's with the rest. Yeah, we'll refer to you as the rest. So, where are you going? What are you doing? What do you need?
What's the price?
It depends on what you need, of course, my dear Paladin of Usul. And now that's a good start. A Paladin of Usul on an unnamed ship. Well, a poorly named ship. Really should rename it. What is a Paladin of Usul wearing plate armor doing out to sea? Besides becoming an anchor, of course.
Looking fabulous while I do it.
Oh, my dear, of course you are. You all are doing as best as you can aboard this vessel.
Are you offering us a better one?
Oh, a better vessel. I have a better vessel, but you won't want it. You drown trying to use it, of course. It's back at home.
What exactly is it that you are wanting from us, Jabba?
Jabba! Oh dear!
Emotional damage.
Oh dear boy! You attempt to insult me. I'm looking for a bit of assistance in exchange for helping you. But what do you need? What do you want? I'm here to assist you.
What is this assistance you require?
Oh, I don't require anything until I've provided you with services. Oh, but such a meager vessel, you could make it larger, or longer, or more robust. And
Valrath, you
he's
could
gonna
use some help with a
do
longer vessel,
minor
couldn't you?
illusions of the ship being longer and wider, and then more robust. And they're going to disappear from around the ship. And you guys can tell they're illusions because they're only half visible.
Chiron's gonna look over at Valrath and say, Valrath, you could use some help with a longer vessel, couldn't you?
Not with this crew and their current level of athletic capability. I saw you trying to get up to that crow's nest next to Cruella.
Yes, and I did it quite handily too. He's gonna look back up at this guy and
Absolutely.
say, he's gonna look back at this guy. I'm looking back for his name. Sorry,
Garanthos.
Darenthos. He's
Darenthos.
gonna look at Darenthos and say, "My good sir, I do believe what my paladin friend over here is trying to say is that we aren't going to agree to anything without knowing what the terms are.
Well,
So we need to know what your terms and conditions are for, quote unquote, helping us." And he's gonna do the
well, of
quotation
course.
marks.
I'll tell you what. You tell me what you need, and I'll tell you the terms of my fulfilling your needs. Be prior to
How
the
about you-
agreement. Is that fair?
How about you tell us the terms that you have before we tell you what our needs
I
are?
can't tell you
Cut.
the terms until you tell me what you need.
There are ways to ask a question without committing oneself to service yet.
Oh, committing to service. It's like you think I'm a fey creature. Dear boy, no. I'm from the plane of water. I'm no fey creature. No, I'm a djinn.
Darenthos, without agreeing to anything yet, what would the cost be to make this ship more battle ready and prepared to take on something such as the Zydratha?
He looks at the ship. Oh dear. I'm not sure you'd want to pay that much. That would be quite a task for such a, frankly, unknown vessel. You understand the Zydratha, if you actually knew about the ship, as opposed to having claimed that you lost it, would be an indomitable task for such a dinghy of a ship.
I know full well the capabilities of my ship. 40 guns,
What are guns?
or 40 ballista. Retcon that. 40 ballista, extra sails, reinforced bow.
Well, I suppose we could do that for your vessel, but I'm not sure you'd agree to servitude for many, many years, and I wouldn't be able to complete it until, at least next month. No, I'm
Jin,
not sure you'd
you
agree to that, so
thought
I'd
this
not
out.
offer such a horrible deal.
Jen, you sought us out for a purpose after my fine captain over here sought to avoid you. You had a desire.
Yes,
What
of course.
Is it?
Well, a little bit of companionship, but primarily I'm looking for rum.
We have rum.
Rum is difficult
What's
to
a-
come by on the plane of water, you understand. Something about sugar canes not growing.
And what exactly are you willing to do for rum?
A tiefling. You're tricksy people. I have to be careful with my words and you. For all those demonic pacts, it's just as racist as someone saying, "Oh, you're a djinn, you're gonna give me 3 wishes." I'm not going to give you 3 wishes. Like I could give you 1. I could say, I wish for this. It doesn't do anything.
For the price of servitude, I don't believe any of us wish to make any wishes, but obviously, you were saying something about wanting our rum. What is the extent of what you are willing to do for the cost of rum?
Oh, well, I could make you taller, stronger, faster, in exchange for all of your rum.
There's a song in there, I know.
All of the rum.
I, for lack of a better term, could make a man out of you.
Do jars of dirt scare you by chance?
Jars of dirt? No.
I've got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt.
And guess what's inside it?
Rum.
Chiron's gonna kind of look over at Merrick. He's gonna walk over there and he's gonna say, Merrick, I don't believe that this fellow necessarily has anything, at least not for what we're willing to pay, that we would need. The
Why don't
question
we
is-
start? Why don't we start with you having a drink with us?
Delight in
just
that.
drink.
Yes, of course.
For all the crew in exchange for all the rum?
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
Drinks for all the crew in exchange for all the rum?
Of course. We could, of course, do so. Be more robust and stronger. We know how much, paladins of Usul like being wrong.
Well, I'm more interested in making sure that the crew is capable of manning this fine ship.
Oh! I don't see how you wouldn't be. It's such a horrible little thing.
Some of our individuals have issues spanning the nets.
Really? They have small hands.
It's not their fault, but we accommodate.
Oh, well, do you blame their parents then for their deformities?
Such things happen.
Indeed, they do. If you desire, I can attempt to extend their hands. That's an odd request, though, I'll admit.
No, I was mere interested in their physical prowess.
He looks at you, my dear boy. Long fingers definitely enhance physical prowess.
Yeah, they do.
I'm not
Astrid.
interested in elongated
Astrid's
fingers.
gotten too much of the liquor.
That's interesting
What
thoughts
you
again.
talking about?
Now we know where the extra rum has been going.
I don't know what you're talking about. I know nothing. Nothing.
What's that in your left hand?
It's beer.
It's beer. Understood.
It's a Stein.
Mm. Hmm. So,
Tiny yet Steiny.
are you willing to trade all of your rum to me in exchange for assistance with your vessel?
But actually, Nyada will step forward and actually say, in Aquan, you might have to be a little more specific on help, which is basically what everybody else hears.
Wait a minute, Aquan. Wait a minute. Isn't Aquan supposed to be whale?
Well, Steve.
Whale speak? What?
Which Astrid now gets to partially catch some of it because Nyada had been teaching it to her. So my German Shepherd was not impressed.
Give us direction.
Can you help us?
He smiles at you. Someone who speaks the mother tongue. Oh, a siren. So
Look at that, I'm so proud of
enchanting.
me.
Why are you not at home, dear? You understand your people get persecuted out here. It's not safe.
Not safe at home either. But that's a long
Oh,
story. That we
No,
don't
the
have
abyssal
time
shelf is
for.
becoming more and more unstable as of late. It's horrible. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Our eyes kind of narrow a little bit.
What do you mean loss?
Well, I'm sure you know.
Well,
After all,
have they switched to common by this point after she got his attention?
he only switched back to common when Merrick. I guess Merrick wouldn't. Does Merrick understand
Yeah.
Aquan?
No.
No.
Okay. So
Never mind that.
yeah, we gotta retcon that for a moment. I'm sorry.
That's my bad.
All good. So, sorry for all of the pain and suffering for the Abyssal Shelf. Oh, but I'm willing to help in exchange for the rum. What did you need, my dear? It's such a horrible thing that's happened.
So it's like the surprise will actually flip her back to common, and she. What news from the shelf?
Ah,
I haven't
intelligence.
been in touch with my family.
I'm willing to trade my knowledge for some of your rum. Of course, knowledge isn't worth all the rum. That'd be unreasonable. But some of the rum, for certain, is worth some information, no?
How
I'm
much
sure
does
we
one
could
bottle?
trade 2 months of Neonish rum
Do
for
you
that
speak?
information.
Do you
He
speak
holds a hand
Aquan?
up and hushes Balrath.
Does
Did-
Valrath
did-
speak
did-
Aquan?
No,
All
that's
right.
not.
So this is all in Aquan at the moment.
I'm catching like phrases here and there.
Yeah, it's like Astra's like catching words and phrases, and she's like translating to everybody else. But it's just enough piecemeal to make everybody maybe panic.
Okay, so if you're translating, that's fine. Go ahead, Valrath.
Well, he
Valrath
stepped
left. Okay.
But she'll. So how much? And she'll hold up a hand to. Shoosh.
Whoosh.
How much does one bottle get us
Oh,
to start with?
depends on the size of the bottle, of course.
They're decent sizes. They're fifths. We wouldn't go cheap.
Oh, well, then I suppose 10 minutes worth would do, yes? 10 minutes of questions and answers in exchange for 1 bottle of rum.
Well, in fact, and I'll sweeten the deal a bit. She'll look over at Merrick. You know that bottle of special reserve we have tucked away?
Oh, are you sure you want to do this?
Now that you said that, no. Hmm. Well, let's do this. Start off with a glass. The rum we have may not be to your taste.
Oh, all the rum's to my taste. I don't care if it's spiced or straight or freshly distilled or aged. Rum is rum. But 1
Say
glass for 1 question. Very well. I accept.
Yeah, just start off with.
And he's going to produce a small glass. The side of his glass has a little pour spout on it. And he's going to offer you the glass to fill with rum.
And she'll take the glass and just kind of pass behind her for anyone to grab because she's not taking her eyes off this guy.
Okay.
Merrick will
Just
go ahead.
fill.
Merrick will go ahead and take it and head down to grab a bottle and bring it back on deck so he can watch him
Sure.
fill the glass.
Valrath stamps Merrick's card for issuance.
Yeah, it'll be the regular stock rum, just to start things off.
4
A
more
little,
stamps and you get a free drink.
Valrath Weekly Special. It's like just a little, one drink, one question, just to establish a little bit of trust,
Of course. I appreciate the suspicion. After all, what's happened is so terrible. That looks
Like he twitches
so
her head a little bit.
good. And he starts, his long, thick tongue sticks out one side of his mouth and licks along both lips before sliding back inside his mouth. I got her.
That was disturbing.
All right, all I see is Jabba. I can't. No. Ugh.
And
I'm working on it. I think I'm nailing it. It's good.
Nana looks over at Merrick and just kind of shakes her head.
Repeat that thing out. I apologize.
Oh,
Sorry.
I think, and Nana just looks over at Merrick and just kind of gestures her head toward him. He's like, go ahead, give him the glass.
Yeah, Merrick pours the glass and hands it over.
Oh, very good. He sniffs it, takes his pinky finger and dips it. Oh, that's so good. And he's going to open his wineskin and pour it into the wineskin. Closing it up. Now, you've provided me with payment prior to delivery of the question. I am at your disposal, madam. What would you
Actually,
ask?
she'll,
How can I help you? What one question would you ask? Seems helpful enough.
Oh yeah, just to kind of test the waters a little bit. She's like, what exactly has been going on at the shelf?
Oh, exactly. I'm not sure about exactly. That's ambiguous and too precise. But there's a darkening going on. It's horrible this time, though. Some of the polyps have decayed. The reef sections of it are dying. There's word that a darkness may extend beyond the... It's unfortunate. Such a beautiful place. Usually is becoming darker.
And strangely, Nana does not look entirely surprised at this. Well, you said 10 minutes of questions for a whole bottle?
Yes, of course. And he licks his lips in that lewd, uncomfortable way, thirsting for the rum.
And she looks at the others. I think 10 minutes of questions is worth a whole bottle.
Well, considering your husband already signed for it, of course.
We signed for, well, she just kind of glares at Valrath. Yes, it'll come out of our share.
Oh no, yours is different than his. He's the one that procured the bottle.
Chiron's gonna ask, does it specifically have to be rum, or are you willing to take port or wine?
A port.
It's not specifically rum.
Port and wine. I can get that any day of the week. Grapes grow on the water. It's not tasteful. It's so mundane. Rum is exotic because of its source.
Well, you seem to like the taste of that bottle.
It'll do, yes.
Merrick shrugs. I mean, it's, you said 10 minutes of questions for a bottle,
I did.
and he'll hand it over.
You're gonna hand over the whole bottle?
Yeah.
Smiles as he takes it appreciatively. Carefully, he looks at it. Ah, Barbrand. It'll make a great addition to the collection. Very well. And he slides it into his satchel. I
Chiron's
will
gonna
answer
charge
10
forward.
minutes worth of questions whenever you're
Chiron's
ready
gonna-
to begin.
Chiron's going to charge forward, look at Merrick, and say, "Do you mind if I ask the first of these questions?"
I don't.
I was talking to Merrick, not you.
I don't understand the difference. That's the first question. You have 10 minutes.
Make it quick.
Very well, I will make it as
What
quick
do you-
as I can.
What do you know about my father's involvement with the Abyssal Shelf?
Who the hell are you?
I'm Chiron Ravenclaw, the son of Lord Vaelric Ravenclaw and Lady Seraphine.
Oh. You're the one that he calls the pest. The leech. The parasite. The barnacle on the bottom of his boat. The zit on his ass, as they say. But
Hey, we get the point. Could you
Uh,
please answer the question?
of course I'm working on getting there, of course. Your father is looking to establish trade routes to the north, to bypass the garden soil and head off into distant land. He needs to subjugate the waters above the abyssal shelf in order to do so. And he's making deals left and right with the Jososai of garden soil, of course, and with certain forces within the abyssal shelf. Perry and Alamesia both are working with it.
I was gonna say, can't put those names in the chat.
Yep.
Vareth will look at Merrick. Can I ask the next question?
Yes, you can.
By all means, I don't have any questions to ask, apparently.
If one had lost a vessel that's currently in the command of another, what is the fastest and easiest way to reacquire the Zydrotha?
To reacquire Zydrotha. I suppose to cause someone to wish for it to be back in the past. I don't know. The Zydrotha is one of those vessels that it's complicated. I've heard tell that the Zydrotha could never be captured. The famous Captain Merrick Blackwater would never have let it go. He would have died before leaving the vessel. And so your claim that you are Merrick Blackwater is just laughable. No, dear.
Merrick hisses at that, and his forked tongue out, his eyes narrowed, like just full irritation.
Because he's telling the truth in everything.
Yeah,
And he's building your legend higher and higher, and you hate it. It's great. So, taking the Zydrotha is an impossible task. Its captain is merciless. He would flay people before allowing them aboard his ship without permission. He'd make you walk the plank and feed you to the many sharks that follow the ship in search of the numerous people they throw overboard. It's an impossible thing to do.
Do you know where the Zydrotha is now?
No, I know where it was. Recently, in fact. It went through Rio no Sume, headed north towards Kesu. I was at Rio no Sume. I was making a bit of a deal, trying to establish a bit of trade, you understand? The fishermen there so do favor smooth waters and enhanced fishing. It's easy to make for rum.
Hmm. And how recently?
Oh. What day is it? Oh. That's so horrid. here. It would have been by your reckoning, suppose, about a week ago, 2 weeks perhaps, at most.
Where is the nearest protectorate ship?
He looks at you. Try to avoid or to engage.
I didn't specify. I just asked where it was.
Probably the protectorate waters over there. I tried to not involve myself there. There's something about being we don't get along.
We have reason to believe that the Zydratha and its current captain have made port in a bay on one of the islands of the archipelago. I want to know what's there and why.
Oh, which cove? That's very vague to say, oh, he's
Merrick-
stopped at a cove, the archipelago. It's a very
Merrick
vague
would-
thing.
Merrick would go grab the map and point it out.
So unfortunate that your time has run out. If only you had a second bottle of rum.
Chiron, go grab another bottle of rum from below.
Chiron, the cabin boy, are you going to go get a bottle of rum?
I'm going to look at Merrick and say, only if you allow me to ask another question when I get back.
You'll have your turn.
Okay. And Chiron's going to go down and go grab another bottle of rum.
And Valathra will stamp Chiron's sheet.
Chiron didn't bring rum.
What
He
did
brought
Chiron
wine
bring?
and port. He brought wine and port. I'm getting this from Merrick's stash.
Right, but in terms of the supplies that was put on the ship in preparation for the voyage to the shelf, Valrath then, as part of his quartermaster, assigned portions of each of the supplies across the crew. So even if Chiron's got his own wine and port, he was allocated a portion of rum, and so this would just come out of his portion.
Oh, but he don't care because he doesn't care for rum anyway.
That's not the point. He will stamp it regardless and hand you.
And Astrid will just roll her eyes, going, Loggy.
The legalistic Valrician.
You put a lawful character in charge of the commodities.
And that's why Merrick asked Chiron to go get the bottle this time.
Chiron won't care. He doesn't care for rum, but he'll go down and grab it and bring it back up and
Okay.
and put and lift it up towards the gin here.
Oh, thank you, young man. And he checks it. This isn't that port garbage, is it?
No, you clearly have no taste, and therefore I got what you asked for.
Thank you. And he slides it, and you hear the clink of the bottle touching the other one. So, here, and he's going to point at the map that you have brought. Excuse me. Sorry. So, you said that he went to this cove here, yes? Yes, you.
Yes.
Understood. He's spoken. Look, I had to.
I know.
He's not intentionally making this take longer at all.
Not at
No,
all.
not a
And for the
gin
record-
to that? No.
For the record, I am literally buffering your 10 minutes with the fourth wall breaks and stuff. We're definitely giving you the 10-minute value, but we are cutting out all the extra blather he's giving you, which is a lot. Oh, that cove. Oh dear. That's exciting. There's not a lot in the cove there, save for sharks. The great white sharks like to lay their pups there, of course. They have a lot of room. The cove goes very, very deep there. But I doubt that's why he's there. After all, death is not something most people would go to. Merrick Blackwater would know that. But Merrick would most likely be in that cove to go ashore. There's a temple on the shoreline there that is ancient. Say a mummy lord lived there once, supposed to come back in the end times. It allows for powers to be infused into whoever frees him, granting them an actual demigod status. But Merrick Blackwater doesn't need that. He's famous enough as it is. The real Merrick Blackwater would know that.
Chiron's gonna speak up.
I love the fact I'm both complimenting and insulting the tar out of Merrick here. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, I'm glad.
That's funny. Chiron's gonna speak up and he's gonna look up at the djinn and he's gonna say, "What exactly is my father's relationship with Alcmenos?"
I don't know. Who the heck is Alcmenos?
Oh dear God.
The man who stole my ship.
Are you aware of a
Someone stole the
dark-skinned
Saladratha. That's the best joke
Are you
I've
aware of
heard
a
all
dark-skinned
day.
tiefling
You've
with
earned
tall
yourself an
horns?
extra 5 minutes for the jest.
Oh, we'll take it.
Merrick Blackwater would have never allowed the Zydratha to be stolen.
That's why I said he lost it.
It's simply misplaced.
I'm sorry, man.
Merrick just points at Valrath. Shut up.
Astrid looks back at Merrick. Doesn't work.
You can't help me for trying.
Oh, such a good jest. Oh, my belly hurts after that one. Oh, I haven't laughed that hard in many, many months. You
Last
are
time
a
you were a
comedian,
little
girl,
sir.
huh?
That forked tongue must come in very handy when telling jokes.
It comes in handy for other things.
Really?
Nothing I plan to discuss with you.
Oh.
However, I do have another question.
As his big fat
So-
tongue comes out and lolls around.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
Nine actually shudders.
Good. It's supposed to.
My dear God.
Where is the actual heart of the sea right now?
Oh. The heart of the sea. Oh, as far as I know, it's still in the possession of the Empress. At the bottom of the shimmering abyssal shelf. Why? Have you heard something that I haven't?
Not as yet. What news of the sirens of the shelf?
Oh. My dear. You would know, of course, if you stayed in touch with your family. You're an apostate, obviously, staying far away, and a refugee, perhaps. It's a shame, really. It's such a delightful place. Sirens. They're plotting something, I'm sure. They're doing sorts of collecting lately. They're gathering more ships. They've made some kind of trade with the people from Garden Soil. Worshippers of Imgale, you understand. They're providing goods to the sirens, and the sirens providing goods to them. Something big is planned, and the sirens compromised xenophobic.
I wonder if they learned that from one of their own.
Oh, I doubt that. They don't learn much anyway. They're very traditional in this. If they decided to do this, it must be on the behest of the Empress. After all, she knows everything. on there. If anyone's involved, she is.
And
Indeed.
then this question will just pop out because she's not thinking.
Mhm.
Did the Lassa suffer a head injury?
A head injury? Oh, I do hope not. Her beautiful grace. Oh. If a single scale of her beautiful head is injured, the sea would just absolutely end. The waves would tumult and tsunamis would rise. You understand, we would be forced to harm every ship. They would all have to sink. It's such a horrible thought.
Why would the
I need an
Empress,
insight
a
check.
follower...
I need an insight check from Liana here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Something ain't right.
Yeah. It's a DC 10. This guy is charmed by her and is absolutely spouting doctrine. So, meh. It's not really true, but it's what he believes because he's actually charmed by her. Make sense?
Why would
Mm-hmm.
why would a follower of Anwa deal with the Church of MKO?
Exactly my question.
Oh. Because they're brothers and sisters, siblings, or perhaps they're engaged in a religious tryst. Scandal of it all. It'd be so delightful to gossip about it, wouldn't it?
I also
Ah,
feel like Thalassa would have to suffer a head injury to do such a turnaround
oh, I sure hope.
in her views.
Hmm. Do you think that she's dealing with worshippers of so like them?
I mean, Anwa and Usul are...
I was gonna say she's more likely to
And
deal
I-
with them than with Imkael.
Oh, true. By the way, I'm going to pause my timer. Are you allies with these two paladins, dear, or do you need rescuing?
I'm not going to blink twice if that's what you're asking. But
Like once if you need rescuing.
I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just trying to offer a fellow Aquan a rescue from such devoted martial characters.
Should rolls her eyes.
I mean, they do
So
have
she
their uses.
did seem to be in danger from that one over there, and he points at Merrick.
Really? The captain of the rest? I'm sorry, man. He's made
That's Nayana
such
being
a
annoyed.
legend of Merrick Blackwater and the Zydrotha that the captain of the Sea Dogs Rest is such a minuscule mention in his head that you don't matter to this guy in his head, not recognizing that you are Merrick Blackwater.
That's
Your
hilarious.
legend is foiling you.
Damn you!
So what was the question? I apologize.
I was just thinking of one. What can you tell me about sirens? Not entirely unlike myself, but much larger. With, I'd never seen their like before. Purple scales.
Oh, deep ones.
Aye.
Said that their passion is unrivaled. If you'd like to hear a story, I'm willing to tell.
As long as it's a quick one?
I have no compulsion to the truth on this story, for the record. But
Noted.
long ago,
We can
Geo-
fix that.
Want to go and try to fix that?
And we could use Zone of Truth on this and actually get a truth story.
Are you going to try?
Actually, I don't have second level spell slots, so I can't do it.
Oh well. So, he's going to smile broadly. Long ago, I was but a spawnling, small married, sought to become a man. I delved deep beyond the surface into the shimmering abyssal shelf. Beyond it, dark. I sought that which lies there. Sought the great eyes. I sought them long ago. I found them. Enchanted by them, I stared at them for a year and a day. Was administered to the great sirens of the ones. So robust were passions. I forgot myself. When Tulkor finally blinked, I rose from the seas, as you see me now, man. Everything all right? Okay. I didn't trigger another phobia, did I? Okay. Sometimes I trigger phobias and I don't know. Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
That was a fantasy, not a phobia.
Ah! Understood. Understood. Moving forward. So,
And what interest would Tolkor have in all this?
Tulkor. Well, it lies depths of the sea. Everyone knows that, dear. Did you forget your faith? You really are an apostate. Oh my dear goodness. You... Girl.
Merrick knows for sure.
Oh, if he
Merrick
was here, he
just
would
smirks
know,
at
for
that.
sure. If he were here. I heard that he married a siren named Nyana Blackwater. Oh, fabulous swordswoman who could sail anything. Could enchant anyone with a batter of her eyelids. Managed to sing in any song. She could command people to do whatever she desired at any time.
So, if you wanted to say meet her, what would that price? What would you be willing to give us for that?
Oh, well, she's aboard the Sidrotha, of course.
Is she indeed?
Is she? Is
What?
she?
Of course, Merrick Blackwater would have never let her out of his sight, either aboard the Siren Song or the Zydrotha. Both of those ships are great vessels that could never be taken. I have no chance to meet them and want to risk my life against such powerful people.
If that could happen,
Just entertain us.
Oh,
entertain me.
sure, very well.
I know, meaning like,
no.
what would you, what, if you could say meet them, what would that price be? What would you give in return for something like that? Because I
could
mean,
meet them
they
aboard
are
the
Merrick
Zydrotha.
and Nyana.
If I could meet Merrick and Nyana Blackwater aboard the Zydrotha or the Siren Song, oh, such a story. I'd probably give, I don't know. And he looks into his pouch. Perhaps one of these. And he produces a beautiful black pearl. But this is the rest. The dog's rest.
What if I could tell you for sure and you would know for certain, and no lies were able to be told?
Hmm. Like that could happen.
I have a zone of truth.
And so, I wouldn't know if you were lying or telling the truth. It would only be your own word. You could lie to me saying, "Oh, I am telling the truth," when you would know that you are lying.
Aye, but everybody underneath the zone of truth would be compelled to tell the truth, and she would know if they were lying.
Yes, and then she could lie to us about if they were lying or
I am
not.
I am a paladin of Usul. I am not allowed to lie.
She looks at you and the biggest shit-eating grin ever. He literally falls into the water and laughs. Paladins of Usul not being allowed to lie. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're seriously that you believe that? Oh, my dear girl, you have been so deceived. Oh, I'm so sorry. My eyes are getting dry. Oh, uh, oh dear. The paladins of Usul lie more than nearly anyone else.
So I'm finding.
So you telling me you're not going to lie to me is literally saying I'm going to lie to you because I just did.
I try to rise above those things.
Oh, a woman with morality. You still have the spark of faith. Good. Keep it for as long as you can.
Then would you believe me if I cast the zone of truth?
No.
At
What if
least you're
what if I told you a story?
I like stories. By the way, your
So-
10 minutes are up.
This is for that black pearl.
Oh, no. No. He puts it back in the pouch and closes it and makes sure it's super tight.
Did you
Oh,
recognize
believe
that
me.
black pearl?
This story will be worth it.
We'll see. I'll determine the value of your story after it's told.
So several months ago, the Siren Song and the Zydratha, captained by Nyana Blackwater and Merrick Blackwater, were
Careful.
looking.
Careful. Are you sure you want to do this? And the reason I'm going to caution you here, this guy's a major gossip. You are going to undermine the legend of Merrick Blackwater if you do this.
I'm wondering right now if Merrick cares.
Understood. Is he such a fan of the truth that he's willing to subjugate his legend?
I mean, you make a valid point.
Yeah. I have to caution you on this because if you undermine the legend of the Zydratha and Merrick Blackwater, it's going to impact the future of that ship and its fame.
Okay, that's fair.
Does that make sense? And
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
from a storytelling, this is out of character here. From a storytelling perspective, if we do this and we give this guy that gossip, he's going to spread it all over the world, and that's what he is he's a massive gossip.
Right.
And by doing that, you're going to welcome more people to attack the Zydratha and think that they can take it on. And let's face it, legend is very powerful deterrent against such acts.
Yeah, that's it.
So, I have to ask if Merrick would use legend as a weapon as opposed to wanting to impress this one guy so much. So I know that he has poked Merrick's ego a lot on this, and that's intentional.
Oh yeah, well that's what I'm arguing with myself about.
Right.
Is it is Merrick's ego?
Right. And has this guy poked Merrick's ego enough to cause him to crack and want to fix his presentation and identity in exchange for the legend of the Zydrotha? And I have to
Probably not.
Yeah. So I know how much you want to fix this guy's perception of your character. But at the same time,
Merrick does. I don't.
Yeah. I put you in a big rough spot here. I'm sorry.
Where is he in comparison? Like, is he like close to the
He's
railing?
hovering off the side of the ship, about 10 feet off the edge.
Trying to think if I have any other question.
Yeah. I'm sorry to put you in that kind of tough shenanigans, but at the same time, I'm not sorry, because it's great storytelling.
I love it.
But our time is up, I do believe.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Actually, that's this. Okay. Well, I bet.
All right.
She's actually, while Merrick is got him distracted, she's actually going to cast Charm Person on him.
Interesting. I'm gonna try to charm a djinn. Normally, this automatically fails because he's not technically a humanoid. But in this case,
because if the last one was able to charm,
right, and Charm Monster is another spell. But in this case, we are going to bend the rules for this special case, and we're going to go ahead and roll that. So, here we go. You got a 25 to resist your charge. So, I'm sorry.
Wait, did mine even roll? Okay.
No. Yeah. It's
that's right. Just casting.
The wisdom saving throw of a DC 11. He is not charmed by you. Your words are very harmonious. I think you need to work on some practice. If you really were Niana Blackwater, I would have had no chance to resist you, my dear.
I can't blame a girl for trying.
Oh, of course. I'd be insulted if you didn't try to charm me. Anyway, a pleasure doing business with you. Did you have further questions? I do have room in my pouch for one more bottle of rum.
Does anyone have any other questions?
Now, you said something about improving the ship.
To ask your questions.
Because when he cast that illusion, was he just showing them what he could possibly do? Or...
I'm sorry?
Because you mentioned something about improving the ship. For all of our rum.
Yes. Or the crew. But I must be going. If you'd like to throw your rum overboard, we'll accept it and help all of you.
Now, would you offer the same deal for a case of our normal rum and 2 bottles of a special reserve we might have hidden?
Very well.
If the rest of the crew agrees to it, mind you.
Don't drink that disgusting liquid myself, so that's fine.
I will take that risk. And yes, I'm sure Valrath will be very happy to mark that off.
You mean the hull
So-
monitor?
You should look to the rest of the crew. Any objections?
It's just an administrative issue.
And what issue would that be?
Additional work on my end.
Oh, you have to put a few more stamps down. I'm sure your wrist will get tired.
It's just on the Blackwater line.
Well,
Certainly not before his stamp runs out of ink.
can't have that wrist getting tired. Anyway,
Astrid, stop it.
If he pisses off Astrid enough, it might very well.
All right, so you provide him with the case and the 2 bottles.
Yes.
All right.
yes.
There you go. Just throw them into the water. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeet.
As they splash into the water, they bob there for a couple moments before beginning to sink. He smiles appreciatively. Cracks his knuckles. Now, to improve the ship. Yes. And he makes his way towards the vessel. Are you prepared?
Yes.
You are not prepared. Sorry.
She's watching him very carefully.
Right? From your angle on the ship, he places his hand near the front starboard section of the ship, and begins to wipe the side of the ship there. And almost caressing the vessel. I'll fix this ship. As he speaks in Aquan.
Shabai.
And he will caress the ship and go around to the back of the ship. And back there,
He touched the butt.
Yes, he touched the butt. Wow.
He
I was
likes
hoping to make
big
it away
butts.
without the
You-
touch the butt joke.
You like to rub wood, don't you?
He likes big aft and he cannot lie.
Wow. Likes big aft. Wow. What a pun.
That was a good one. I
That
like
is
that
good.
one. I like it.
You gained 1 point for that one, sir. He goes around the vessel, caressing the ship repeatedly. And then he comes around to the front to where the figurehead is. The lack of one. And he's going to smile up at you all. You really should have something here. And he's
Only
going
we could
to...
have a siren on the front.
I'm sorry?
If only we could have a siren on the front.
He smiles.
Beedo.
Perhaps we should. And he's going to cast a spell. Does anyone want to do anything about him casting the spell?
I'm not going to.
No?
No.
Okay. The spell he casts is called Warp Wood. And he begins shaping. And a figurehead comes out of the prow of the ship and begins to spread. And it
Now,
forms a beautiful Rubenesque siren.
Is this
So he
his
spreads the wood.
rendition of the matron of the sirens, or is this his rendition of Nayana Blackwater as a siren?
This is his representation of one of the deep ones.
Okay.
The
Interesting.
lack of a better term, fluffy siren that is now on the front of your ship with gigantic breasts, nipples exposed and everything, singing
She has
and her
large
hair
tracts of
flowing in
land.
the unfelt breeze.
No seashells here.
No seashells. None whatsoever. Long
And
fangs and wild eyes. It's
Inanna rolls
Are
her
there-
eyes so hard she
Are there
about
any titty
backflips.
tassels?
there's so many curves to this siren that a circle would be proud.
It seems like she's eating well.
Are there any titty tassels? You know.
No, none of that. It has to be sleek enough so that it doesn't catch on the waves or get broken. So everything's smooth and curvy. Very graceful, but very much in a bigger siren form.
Exaggerated.
It's a voluptuous figure
She's sick.
with 3 C's. Yes.
Has to be to survive up north.
Indeed. As he comes down the sides of the vessel, he's going to gently place one finger on the side of the ship, and you're going to see a faint glow on the side. And you're going to see that he is currently rewriting the name of the vessel. And I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to rename your ship to whatever you'd like it to be.
Because apparently everybody hates the Sea Dogs Rest.
Absolutely.
So it needs to be named after a very voluptuous siren or a siren-esque name. Cool?
Which is counter to all the legal documentation that we've got right
Doesn't matter at this point. As he's going to redo this, the ship takes on a new sheen.
Ursula's cry.
Moontide Maiden.
The Moontide
Across the
Maiden.
black water.
Across the black water we could do. We could do the black water. Black
Dude,
water's
where's my
wreck.
ship?
Shut. Oh,
Blackwater's passion. We could go with that. Something like that. I don't know. We're going to make poke fun here. So,
Song of the Sea.
if you guys
I
want,
found it.
whatever you guys want, we can do. Okay? Just let me know
Oh,
what you'd
shoot.
like to rename it. You guys can discuss that during the week. Fair?
okay,
Yep.
fair.
Okay.
The tiny yet smitey.
But it's not tiny. I know.
The siren on the front belies the name of the.
She's not tiny.
Let the chat vote on it.
We'll let you guys handle that. All right. So, as he finishes renaming the vessel, he looks at the ship and then casts a heightened prestidigitation, and the ship shimmers for a second as the entire ship goes from a normal brown to a deeper mahogany brown.
He oiled it.
So from poop to clay.
He looks at you all. Now, you asked me to improve your vessel. I've done so. But I can do one bit further. I can tell the legend of how you all met Daranthos of the Mirror Sea. What are your names that I can pass them along as part of the legend?
You already know my name.
Chiron the Ass-Zit. Yes.
Leave out the ass-zit, please. Dear God.
Very well, the barnacle.
Just can you just leave it Chiron?
Very well. We'll make it more complimentary. Chiron, the son of glory. Yes.
As you say, son of, he kind of raises his hand for a second and he's like, Yes, that'll be fine, yes.
And the rest of you, what are your names that should be included in the legend?
You had the pleasure of engaging with Vara Dawnsworn.
Aura Dawnsworn. And he takes out a notepad and starts writing things down.
And this is my lovely wife over here.
Lovely
I am
wife,
Astrid.
Lily.
And his
My
name
name-
is Marshall.
My name is Astrid Dawnsworn.
Oh, Astrid Dawnsworn. Sorry, he said my lovely wife, Lily.
I was gonna say if we're gonna call her Lily, we need to call him Marshall.
No, we'll just call him Joe.
Merrick fights the urge to give
I'm
his
gonna
name,
get in trouble
but he
in
goes,
just a second.
Captain Michael Eric Noir.
Captain Michael Eric Noir. Very good.
Barak just looks at him.
What of the Sea Witch? As he points at Athana.
Chiron's gonna speak up real quick. He can say, "Whoa, my dear God, she's not a witch."
He narrows his eyes. Really?
There are better names to
She
call.
floats.
There's no need to call her something so vile and grotesque.
Why is the witch vile and grotesque? I've seen beautiful witches. She's one of the prettiest. She could
Because
use
she's
a couple
simply not-
£100 though.
She's simply not a witch.
Oh. What is she?
Chiron's gonna look back and he's gonna turn to Athana and say, "Go ahead, dear. You tell him."
Athana? How would you respond?
I am an elf, and an elfie does not wish to give you her name.
An elf. I will leave it as an elf. You'll be mysterious. You'll be the most enigmatic member of the vessel. Like it. Yes, he just puts.
She rolls her eyes at this.
Yeah, she rolls her eyes at this, but at the same time, from a gossip's perspective, that's actually mysterious and draws a lot of gossip.
That is gold for a gossip.
Yeah. Leaving it vague makes it more mysterious and makes the legend even more believable because he doesn't have the details. Sometimes too many details ruins fiction. Ah,
And she'll give her name as Selka Noir.
ooh, Suckle Noir. Very well. And you, my lady.
Bleu.
The tiefling in purple. She looks at him. Criella looks at him. Tell them the devil walked with them as well. And he smiles. The devil. Oh, very good. So, paladins of Usul, an elf, a devil, the Noirs. And, of course, Chiron of Merchant's Glory.
I'm not a merchant. Dear God.
Said yes, of.
I think we both established I am nothing of glory for my father.
Ah! Merrick the inglorious bastard.
Son of a bitch.
I love the fact you're smiling about this. Well,
I could just see Chiron just going, "Oh God,
he
help me."
hates this. The character hates this. I hope the player's having fun with it. Okay, we're good. Got thumbs up on the webcam. Understood. So, very well. I will spread the legend to the far seas. I'm currently headed south. Do farewell. Hope the winds are in your favor, and may luck be so ever. Do avoid future pools like this unless you wish to meet me or one of my associates. I'll tell you that most of my associates are not near as magnanimous as I am. Again,
To be fair, we did try to avoid you, but you steered yourself back into us.
He smiles. Well, I had to try.
Be sure to spread these legends near Nausha, would you, good sir?
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I am going to go and make on my way, and the winds will return to your vessel, and you'll be on your way. This was a delightful reprieve from the monotony of the seas. And do come by again sometime in the future. Why don't you?
We may see ourselves back this way when we're done with what we're doing.
And do tell your friends not to cast dispel magic on me. Dimensional anchor is not exactly reliable. Please, wonderful day.
And to you.
He's going to swoosh away. As he does so, the wave action hits the ship, and I need everyone to make acrobatics checks with DC 10 or fall prone.
And Chiron, fail. Oh, damn it.
Everyone's got their sea legs except for Astrid, and Nayana, for some reason, got surprised.
Which is hilarious.
Unless you guys want to use your inspirations.
Not for that.
She'll take it.
Understood.
Is Chiron able to make a thing where he can kind of reach out and keep either Nayana or Astrid from falling?
Sure. Which one?
Yeah. Another acrobatics?
Sure.
I'll probably go for Nayana. That would make more sense for the character.
Yeah.
Go save mom.
All right. As you manage to catch Nayana before she hits the deck, you guys are able to surge forward as the rope is still holding onto the helm. You guys continue your journey northwest from Ryport. We're going to montage the next couple of days, but is there anything you would like to discuss after having met with Daranthos?
And Chiron's just kind of look at everybody else and just kind of be like, well, that was different.
Yeah. Informative in some ways and absolutely useless in the others.
You definitely meet all types out here, apparently.
Chiron, you can take your hands off my wife now.
Oh, dear God. Sir, I was simply trying to keep her from falling on the deck.
And it is appreciated. Now, kindly remove your hands.
Chiron would have already let go as soon as you said that.
Astrid just leans over to Chiron and just says, he's very protective.
Yes, I gather that.
And Nana just looks at Valrath. Pot kettle?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm sure you don't.
Captain, as a report, just wanted to provide you with an update of the ship stores.
Yes, I am very well aware. You don't have to tell me. I'll look at the report later. And I honestly don't even care. It was worth it. The ship is going to move a lot faster. Shut up.
I really regret this decision.
Well, clearly Valrithian here is our hall monitor of the ship.
Of course, you have to have stringent regulations on the issuance of commodities, else it will burn through at an unregulated precedence, and then we'll be 2 months out to sea, and we will not have anything to consume.
I said
That
to
was a lot of-
myself there would be no living with him once he was appointed quartermaster. See? I was right.
Valrath, that was a lot of words for just simply stating that you are very legalistic in your approach to things.
I'm glad you understand.
How much bigger is the ship now?
It's not.
Yeah, so
He polished it, renamed it, gave you a figurehead. He improved the ship.
Okay.
that figures.
So it's not bigger; it's just prettier.
It's
Right.
prettier, it's improved, and he's spreading gossip that the ship is more awesome than the Sea Dogs rest.
And it's
Okay.
bigger on the front.
It is much bigger on the front.
It's
That's what
yes,
she
definitely
said.
bigger on the.
So yeah.
Helps with the breakwater.
The bow enters the bay 10 minutes before the rest of the ship does.
That's great.
It's quite an eye-catching adjustment.
Well, you wanted to know why Agmenos would go there. Now we know. Or at least a very good indication of why.
Are we talking about the figurehead or other things?
The question and answer session, not the figurehead.
Mm. And now it was the very incredibly not anatomically correct figurehead. I've never seen a siren that big, but that's beside the point.
Kyron's gonna look over at Merrick and
So-
he's gonna say.
Yep.
I was gonna say, Kyron's gonna look over at Merrick and say, "Well, at least now you know that what I told you about my father's interest in the Abyssal Shelf was true."
I didn't have much doubt about that. My questions was how much you actually knew and weren't sharing. And you need to understand that all of our interests are aligned. And if I am captain of this crew, I worry about everybody on it, including you. And if anything were to happen to anybody, especially my wife, because you were withholding information, that pain would befall you. So I had to make sure that we had all the information we needed.
Fair enough.
Astrid leans over to Nyana. Yeah, they besties.
Did we just become best friends?
Absolutely not.
As I said, either besties or mortal enemies, and we see now which way it's leaning.
Now, about
Kyron.
this figurehead and this siren, this is
Ursula up front.
aside from the proportions, this is not a shape of siren that I knew existed.
I mean, you've done extensive research. I'm sure we'll defer to your subject matter expertise.
I know what she looks like. Her tail doesn't look like that.
Astrid just blatantly goes around and looks at her back end.
Do I need to shift here on the deck for comparison? Is that what I need to do?
Her other tail.
You know you could shift.
I don't think any of us have actually seen that.
Nobody has ever seen you shift.
Not seeing it, like indicated in the bathhouse.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. And she starts, she pulls her cutlasses out, puts them on the railing, pulls the jacket off, pulls the armor off, leaves
We're
the
just
shirt on.
getting a show.
And she looks very irritated and frustrated as she does this, and luckily her shirt is long enough, down to mid thigh, but then kicks her boots off, pulls the trousers off. But
this is not pants extraction.
The caveat to it is it's not exactly going to be pleasant to watch or listen to. But she actually will. She'll sit down on the deck, and it actually takes her probably a few moments of kind of concentration, or if somebody wants to, grab a bucket of seawater, could be helpful. But
Astrid would go grab a bucket of seawater because that would be the person that she is.
Valence would grab it too, but wouldn't be gentle about it.
And I guess they toss these buckets onto her.
Yep.
Flash dance style.
Flash dance style. That was the first thing I thought of.
Why do we?
But GM, you said that the figurehead is modeled after one of the deep ones, just voluptuous.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
and we'll face it, the Paladins of Usul might be fans just due to the massive headlights.
But that's
She's
to that's to
cold.
what Merrick is referring to. It
Mhm.
doesn't look like Nyana's.
No,
Yeah, and so when she
more.
shifts, they see her on the deck, and it's thinking it's because her legs have to fuse
Yeah.
together. You hear the muscle and bone. It's not pleasant to listen to or watch to, but eventually, yeah, she's.
Mm-hmm.
And I can put a picture in the Discord. It'll
Yep.
take me a second, but as soon as my Discord decides to cooperate,
All
there we
good.
go. I have to find it.
I mean, I'm just saying, with an intelligence of 13, Astrid would so totally take that bucket and just dump it on her.
Of course.
And she does give her a little bit of a glare. But
And
like,
she would give
thank
you a look of, I'm trying to help here. Inspiration to change.
And it does help a little bit. It's slightly less painful for her and
Mhm.
goes a little faster. Where did that picture go?
Right.
I have to find it. Yeah,
So,
recently. But
Nyana's figure is significantly more mainstream attractive.
okay, here we go.
Well, and the tail is a traditionally siren as
Yes.
opposed to this long winding thing.
Yeah.
And I guess
Does the tail
proportionally,
go the full length of the ship, all the way back to the aft?
The figureheads?
Right.
I think so. I think that sounds cooler.
Yeah,
And I would
Considering what that picture that you showed us
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago.
yeah.
I think that it
Okay.
running down the entire length of the ship would be
So
cool.
I've seen my
and
wife
she just puts her
with this
arms out.
tail.
Mm-hmm.
This is a siren I know. What the hell is that?
So, Astrid just looks at Nyana and then just like looks at Merrick, says, "No wonder. I mean, she was hot before, but she's really hot now."
I'm well aware. Thank you.
Wow.
And I would
Wanna
assume the
help?
proportion size would be different because in this form, Nyana's probably from like the top of her head to the tip of her tail. She's probably about 7 feet.
How
Gain
tall
some
is she
I have to
normally?
look at Merrick and say, I understand.
But I wonder
Thank
if
you.
the proportion different. I think because the deep sirens are larger.
Oh no, the deep sirens. For the record, I don't think she's aware of deep sirens. May have heard of them, legends.
Oh, we got a picture the last time.
Yeah, that is the image you guys received in the vision.
Well, it was the image
That's
that Nyana received.
right.
She's
That's
the only
vision.
one that.
Right, that's the vision she received. But as far as being aware of them, other than that,
Yeah.
no, I think.
I was saying in proportion of the size difference, would they be able to tell that from the figurehead if it's accurate to? It's like because she's.
It's exaggerated.
Yeah.
It's almost Jessica Rabbit cartoonish levels of
Yeah.
Lighter bar manipulation.
Yeah, the guy took liberties on this.
We're back.
Yeah, the tail
Well,
is
since
far
it's-
more swooshy. There's no
Mhm.
way the joints should make sense like that unless she's a sea serpent, etc.
Yeah. It's like now.
And these are the ones that are from the Garden Soil or from the House of Flowers island over there?
You don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess this is the opportune time to tell about the other vision that Onwa gave her. Because he did speak about the great eyes beneath the shelf, and it's like Onwa also showed me when I asked about the corruption that I was meant to dig out of the shelf. One of, and she kind of, those, what he described as deep sirens, was swimming towards me.
Yeah.
And that's like where you put in the size difference of she's much larger than I am. But She was swimming towards me and swimming away from a pair of very large green eyes deep in the water beneath the shelf.
I mean, what's the largest animal in the sea? And she's like, that's where she starts going back on her studies. Yes, she has an intelligence of like 13, but she studied hard. It hurt, but she studied hard. And she still doesn't remember what, so she just gets frustrated and she's like, what is the largest animal in the sea? I should know this, but I don't.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, Anana's been racking her brain since she had that vision to try to suss out. Would that be a history check or an insight, or what were the possibilities of what it could be underneath it?
yeah, 'cause the only thing that
Check.
could come to Astrid's mind would be the Kraken, but that's squid, not two eyes like that.
Well, the history check. This would be a representation, not necessarily the specific, but a representation of Tulkor.
Thought Tokor was a shark.
He's depicted as that.
I thought that's what we saw that engulfed that ship on the seas before.
But
We
Tolkor is
saw
a
that.
god and can change form, correct?
Saw a depiction of Tulkor in the radiant shape that followed the ship. Yes.
So you saw this thing swimming up from the deep, away from a pair of green eyes, and the abyssal shelf is corrupt.
Should
Exactly.
explain why they dealt with the Church of MK.
The Church of
That goes-
MKO, that's such a it's the soul doesn't leave, it stays.
That's why I asked him if Queen Thalassa had taken a head injury, because that is a very reverse of everything I was taught. Everything we've lived under that I knew up until 5 years ago.
Well, do you think this thing, and he points at the representation of the deep one, has anything to do with it?
Certainly possible.
Hold up. We have a entire chorus acting completely counter to their nature. We have an entire order that has gone against issued edicts, orders, letters of marque, and the like. We now have family turning on family, betrayal, and enslavement. And then we have family disowning family across each one of our stories. Why is it that each one of us is dealing with a situation that's completely 180 to what is normal?
What in all the hell is going on? Nothing makes sense. And she's literally just sitting there. It's like the siren sitting up, her tail is flopping on the deck, her hands on the deck.
I
She
am
gets another bucket of water to the face.
I am the odd one out of this, of your assessment.
Of course not. We have the great and legendary Merrick Blackwater without his legendary ship.
You're talking about family disowning family and people acting counter to themselves.
A captain without his ship?
My parents may or may not still be alive in Endland Point. I don't think the ship has any consequence in that.
How about the Blackwater living in 100% 180 of his and her legend?
It's that, or I am an unaccounted variable that in someone else's plan.
I'll go with the first one.
You would. And she glares at him as her hair is like dripping.
Oh, I'm sorry. It gets you another bucket of water.
I think she's got enough. But
I don't know how they work. I didn't want her to dry out or anything.
I think she'd tell us. But the point is that all of these people, all of these major factions have turned. What's the bigger picture here, and what are we missing?
I don't think Akmenos is. He's a small.
He's a pawn.
He's a small fish.
I could have told you that.
But this is more than Protectorate, too.
What
And I'm saying that as much as I hate Protectorate.
I have to agree. This is much larger.
What do we know
Because-
that could have that kind of influence? On a grand scale.
A god?
The gods themselves. Wait a minute. Usul. And the weird
Anwa.
things. Anwa.
Fulcor.
Is there some sort of...
MKO.
So Astrid starts putting factions together in her brain, and she's like, these are all, and please correct me, GM, if I'm wrong, but these are all different factions dealing with the light and the dark. And I'm not saying a fight between Anwa and Usul. No, I'm thinking this is bigger than that.
Tolkor is more a god of the hunt, not necessarily light or
All
dark.
right.
So we got a god of the hunt, a god of the death, a god of the darkness, a god of the
It's
light.
further than that.
Who are those particular loyalties of those? How do they mesh together? Like you have one side or the other.
For each of the points that you have brought up, every aspect that you have pointed out, there is the yin and the yang in this entire campaign. And across the board, you guys are finding that these opposing forces are teaming up in ways that they normally wouldn't. Usul paladins are working with Thalia Neverworld's warlock. You have monks from Chaotic Beginnings working with merchant children. You have people who hate the seafarers working with the Blackwaters. You have sirens working with humans. You have various individuals odds with each other yet working with each other. It's dichotomous in its synergy. Kind of fun. Something's bringing these opposing forces together. And you know what happens when too many opposing forces get together? Explosions. So expect something big to go down, as there is one unifying individual that is doing all the machinations of this. You guys know him, Ekmenos.
Who is a tiefling?
Who is a tiefling, a dark tiefling, working with the Protectorate as a privateer who is headed to the Abyssal Shelf to seek a Siren's artifact, doing all of the connections that you guys have, all in one individual. He's employed Ethana's siblings for his own aims. He's got connections to Criella and her history. He's responsible for Astrid's family's downfall and Valrat's involvement via her. He's taken the Zydratha and, by rumor, sunk the Siren's Rest. Time it's called. So, with that, we're going to be wrapping up for today, as Ekmenos is still on the loose. Next week, as you guys are passing the harbor of Nausea, you'll be given the opportunity to stop there if you choose. Otherwise, we will continue on headed northwestwards. You guys have a little bit of homework in that I would like you to rename your vessel. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your week. Please stay safe. As always, it's an honor and an absolute privilege to be your GM. A ton of amazing GMs out there, and I'm always thankful you choose me, of course. Know someone who wants to play in my games? I'd love to talk about getting them on the wait list. We can get them involved as possible. Briella should be back next week. We're excited to have her back. And we'll be back this evening for the Raiders of Forgotten Lands, as they just made friends with a crystal dragon in their exploration of a mine.